There we go.
Yeah.
That's how you start.
One last time around for drafting, man. This is might be the penultimate Poprika episode before everything starts shutting its shit down. We are here.
Oh, this is like the Across the Sea of Poprika. It's the one that's not going to have anything to do with anything else.
the X-Files episode.
No, the Lost episode, the one about Jacob and the Man in Black.
A Nikki and Paolo episode is what we're about to have right now. It's I, your boy, C, the host of most of the things right here on Poprika, man. Back with one final draft, and no other way to end it than with the people we began it with. So go back around the table with the OG vets. We have 5-time draft champ.
Is it 5? Holy shit.
Yes, I went back and counted.
Damn, it's like you're good at this.
He's good at this. Mr. German Satisfaction Jackson, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm fucking hot as hell.
Fucking hot as hell. This is a December episode, so.
Yes.
This is like when they film all those Hallmark movies. It's dead of summer.
In the middle of
The
Christmas.
snow is soap.
Yeah.
It's soap flakes.
Right across the table, you have 2-time draft champ, Mr. Pete Lentz.
Woohoo! I did 2.
You did too. That is right. 2 of thousands.
I know toddlers that can say that.
I did 2.
And to my left, we also have a 2-time draft champ, Mr. Brian Martin.
2-timer in more than one ways.
2-timer in more than one ways.
He also did 2.
He also did.
2-time and double dealing.
All right,
son
Harvey, calm down. This is the blind draft. What we are doing here, we have, if you've listened to any of our other drafts, we have a theme, a topic of some sort. I dole it out, and we go away, we make our lists, and we come back and we do battle. This time around, it's a blind draft, so we have no idea
Helen
what
Keller
is coming.
Ray Charles.
Helen Keller's round 1 pick.
Stevie Wonder round 1 pick?
He wasn't in the movie.
Was Helen Keller in a movie? I don't know.
Yeah,
The
they made a
Miracle
movie about Helen Keller.
Yeah, the Miracle Worker.
What was it
I
about
think she was in LXG too.
I have in this blind draft a number of old topics that we have done before. So we're talking about the sci-fi draft, the action movie draft, the blockbuster movie draft, the heroes draft. All these are in here. The 1980s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s draft, comedy draft, horror draft. All of those are in here. Yeah. And I've created 4 new drafts to put in here.
What?
Yes, the sci-fi fantasy draft. That way we can sprinkle a little fantasy in our sci-fi if we want. We did an MCU Avengers draft, so I thought it would only be right if we did a DCU draft. That is also in there.
I draft shitty CGI.
Oh no.
Batman draft and a sitcom draft. Those are all.
Wait, you did a
in the mix.
DCEU draft and a Batman
Well, the Batman
draft.
draft would be like a cast, right? I
Yes,
have to
a
believe.
cast.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
actually, and as is the DCU draft, would also be a cast.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We don't have. There's not enough movies for us to do in the DCU.
There's certainly not enough good movies.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
How hard do you want to fail?
I took out a couple like the television draft because we've all done that one twice. And a couple of the recent ones as well, just to not double up on. Oh, before we get started, sir, what are you drinking over here?
This is local seltzer, Wu-Tang Cran.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
Right on.
Not for the children.
Not for the children.
Children. This is not in this case.
I have some German shit I picked up. Weistenstampfer. Sure.
Sure you're saying that right?
No, absolutely not. From the world's oldest brewery, a good old lager of some kind. And you two fellows on your waters over there?
Yeah. I'm drinking full-on wonderful Charlotte tap water with some ice.
There you go. And you, Jermon?
I got the grape flavor Propel.
There we go.
Propel. Ooh, moving up in the world.
Really stepped it up here.
Jermon gets a promotion, and suddenly that great American is out the door.
One thing I forgot to, there's 4 extra slices on here. There is a Pete's choice, a Jermon's choice, a Brian's choice, and a Seed choice. So
God damn.
We will see. I think there's something like 24 slices in all. We will see how this.
How the hell does this even gonna work?
Hit that spin button, Brian.
I don't
Let's
think
see
we've
what we
done
get.
24 drafts.
Dude, we've done almost 30, sir. Going round and round and round and round, and slowing down. 80s, 90s, sci-fi, Jermon's Batman drama, Pete's choice. We're doing sitcoms.
Oh!
The sitcom draft, which means I can toss all these other ones right the fuck
Oh my
right
God!
boy.
Seriously?
God damn.
Yeah. Wow, that's gonna be Pete immediately goes to the iPad. Now we got to figure
What is a sitcom?
what order will we be drafting in? Oh shit! I got the one toy.
Well, goddamn. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me.
Give it to me, baby. What is that? The 4.
Holy
oh,
fuck, yes.
Snake. Pete giving some ill looks out here.
Good old Google.
2.
2 and Brian.
Come on, baby. Oh, 3.
Oh, 3. Oh, yeah, I
that?
never would have guessed. This was one of the ones I was hoping to not do. Best
No kidding.
sitcoms of all time. You guys regular sitcom watchers? Boy, this is gonna be a great show.
As I'm looking at my my proposed list here, yeah.
Yeah.
All
All right, Rolling Stone. Let's see what kind of article you
Proposed
got.
list. Holy shit. I was not about to prepare a list for
I didn't-
like
no, I got-
20 some damn drafts.
Hell no, I ain't got time for that shit.
No.
Fuck that.
Fuck any and all of that. Okay, so I guess it is on me for the first pick. Let's get it on. Sitcoms, man. Right off the bat, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take. White people love that shit.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's actually a show me and Jamon are working on called White People Love That Shit. Yeah, starring Tay Diggs. It's weird. I'm gonna go ahead and take The Simpsons.
Yep.
Purely out of spite, so Brian can't get it.
I wasn't even thinking about it yet. I hadn't even made it there yet.
We talked about it recently on the pop culture draft. I do believe you picked it. Either one of you two.
I think
picked
I
it.
did.
And your TV pick. Pete, we did a pop culture draft where we had to draft movies, televisions, podcasts, albums to put into a time capsule. And
Oh wow, that's fun.
yeah, it ended up being a pretty good episode. So yeah.
it.
So we talked about it, Simpsons, man. Is it still relevant?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, it's
Somehow.
yeah.
Okay. Why? And with 30 some odd years later, is it still relevant?
I think it's because the Simpsons have always, their thing has always been to mimic and mock some sort of pop culture trope, but not in the way like Family Guy does it, where they do a setup for a joke and then tell a weird
And
joke.
it was like a time I was at the damn rig. And then all of a sudden it's like North by Northwest.
right. It's not which are funny, but that ain't the Simpsons tack. Their tack is just to take a thing and then change it into what would it be in the Simpsons world, and how would these characters react to something. And I think you never really run out of that kind of thing to talk about, because pop culture is always evolving.
Yeah.
So like,
the world keeps moving.
yeah.
And so the Simpsons
And so
keeps
as
moving with it.
yeah, because they've managed to strike gold with their show format, because it will never get old.
We talked about it on the pop culture. We revealed our favorite Simpsons characters, but Pete, you weren't there for that one. What is your favorite Simpsons character? Or who, I should say, is your favorite Simpsons character?
I love what's the Troy McClure. I'm like, what's that guy?
Which one of these is
Troy
it?
McClure.
Nope, that's not the one. There we go.
Yeah, you might want to make note of that record scratch one. Though.
Oh, it's
We're
going to
gonna
come
be
up at
using
some
that
point.
one.
Yeah, I think Phil Hartman, man. One of my favorites.
I'm Troy McClure.
Yeah. Right on. All right, Pete, it is on you, sir. What is your first pick?
Community.
There it is.
Community, as I just recently went back and watched it again. I did like that's probably the third time I've binged it, and it's just God, like even into the seasons people think aren't very good. Like when you're watching them back to back to back, it's just I'm just laughing. I'm just sitting in my. There are very few shows that I know that are supposed to be funny, you know, and I watch them and I find them funny, but I just go, like. Community will make me guffaw, even at jokes
good
I
belly
know are
laughs.
coming, and then I know that I know the setups, and I know that I'm like my brain is like, where comes it? Oh, there it was, you know, and it's just I'm just
That's Pete in the bedroom as well.
yep, no lies detected. I love Community. I love all of those characters. They're also endearing. They make the greatest memes. I love using I'll allow it You know, I love using that shit, and just and so many like. You say the episode title, and you're like, "Oh, the D&D episode, the paintball episode, the other paintball episode, the time they got trapped in the episode where they got trapped in the KFC rocket, like just stupid shit."
Right
and
on.
the behind the scenes controversies with Chevy Chase and now Dan Harmon and apparently his work environment, like just I don't know, it's just rich in history. Even the shitty stuff.
It's amazing how versatile that format proved to be.
Oh, yeah.
Like they had the video game episode where they all got stuck
Oh,
in that
God, I
video
love
game.
that one. And
Gus,
everybody looks
Gus
like Mega
Fring's
Man.
video game. And there was the G.I. Joe
Gus
episode.
Fring's video game.
the whole episode that was animated like G.I.
Oh, yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
I just why is any of this working? You know,
Yeah.
it just does.
It just
Just
does. Did you ever watch Community?
I caught a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Same here. Same here. A little bit here, a little bit there. Brian, sir, what is your first selection?
I'm gonna pick 30 Rock.
God damn it.
30 Rock, which I believe is the best sitcom of all time.
Indeed, sir.
Just
Indeed.
bar none. A lot like, I mean, it's like Community's a little wilder and all over the place, but 30 Rock is certainly the best workplace comedy series of all
You
time.
goddamn right. Did you hear that, people? It's not the other show. It's not the other show
And
that
hey,
white
and
people
hey,
like.
you know what? Maybe I'll draft that later on too. But I'll still have said this first, and you won't know it until after you voted for it.
I think 30 Rock is the best sitcom ever created. In a way that, like we were talking about, Family Guy sets you up for the joke and then gives you the joke. A lot of times at 30 Rock, you just don't see it coming.
Right.
And if you get it, it's funny. And if you don't get it, it wasn't for you. Just sit back. There's going to be another joke in about 30 seconds anyways.
Yep.
And that's the magic of that. You don't have to get it all, but it's just damn funny regardless. It's if you do get it, it'll be an even more fun time. Is Tracy Jordan the best character to come out of that show?
Probably. It's him or Jack. Jack Donaghy is...
The only Republican I like.
Yeah. Because it's all tongue-in-cheek, because he's making fun of everything about it. But, man, every character on that show is great. Just varying shades of excellent.
I can get down with it.
But yeah, probably Tracy Jordan.
Jordan.
Probably the best. The episode that I always think of as my favorite is the one where he gets in the cash cab and has to get across Manhattan. And he knows all the answers. There's a red light challenge. You know, Ben Bailey's there.
Bailey, man.
He doesn't know what's going on. The lights come on in the car, and he's like, "What?"
Is Cash Cab still a thing?
I don't know.
Man, I used to love that fucking show. Were you a 30 Rock guy at all, Pete?
Never seen one episode.
Is that on purpose?
No, it's not because I wanted to stay away from it for, I don't like Tina Fey. Like, that's something that
Are there any
someone with a
booze
brain
on this
says.
thing? No, there's not. That's not a booze, sorry.
No, it never.
I thought you said boobs, and I was like, that was really well timed.
No, it's just not something that's ever been on my radar.
Okay.
I would like to watch it, but it's not like I didn't
Perhaps
go out
if
of
you
my way to
don't
see
watch Community a fourth time,
that's true.
and you'll watch 30 Rock instead.
Maybe I can do that.
I think 30 Rock might be the origin of the phrase sexy baby, too, which recently appeared in Antihero by Taylor Swift. And when I heard Antihero, I was like, she definitely rewatched 30 Rock over the pandemic, right? That's where this lyric came from. Sexy baby.
You might be right, sir. You might be right. Mr. Jackson, round one. Where are we going first?
Let me go ahead and start off with Arrested Development.
Okay.
That show is
Mr. Window.
challenge you to a game of horseshoes. No, that show is just like, as far as comedy goes, it's just an underrated classic. Just brilliance. Like even the maligned Netflix.
That's
fourth
what's going to be my
season.
next question.
Yeah, I love that fourth season, man. It was really ambitious, to like the whole
Yeah.
premise of it, where It's basically like Vantage Point or what was the Kurosawa one? Was that one?
Rashomon.
Yeah. It's like that where you go over the same, day of events and over and over from each person's point of view, and like you find like little things like going on like as you go from episode to episode, and it was
George Senior leaving like the pharmacy as Job is walking in, those sorts of things.
Like you'll see like something happen where somebody locks a trunk or something and then the next episode you see somebody actually getting into that trunk beforehand and getting locked in or something.
I never really gave Arrested Development the chance it deserved.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
But I hear that its spinoff Ozark is very good.
That's a whole different kind of sitcom. That's a sitcom of drugs.
Yeah, I the Netflix seasons. I've been an apologist for season 4, but I also did not finish season 5. I never watched the back half of season 5. And the reason is because at some point in the last 7 years, the primary conceit of Arrested Development ceased to be funny to me. Okay. And there's a very real political, cultural reason that happened. But every character on that show is an analog, I think, with a member of a very famous family who is also known to have committed some light treason.
Yes. It makes sense. It makes sense.
So, and season 5, and season 4 is actually all about building a wall. On the Mexican border. Like it was by season 5 where someone's running for political office, it's like this is hitting too close now. And I realized that you didn't mean for this to happen, but it has. The first 3 seasons of Arrested Development, though, are just high quality. And I feel like I don't know that 30 Rock wouldn't exist without it, but it definitely teed up this transition into this just frenetic mile-a-minute comedy kind of series.
And not only that, like I think it feels like it was one of those first comedy series that, wasn't holding your hand through everything. There was no laugh track. They're not telling you, hey, laugh at this, laugh at that. No, you had to have some level of intelligence to kind of get what was going on.
The erasure of the laugh track elevated sitcoms a million times. No, thank you. That's another reason why I like 30 Rock so much.
Yeah.
All right, kick us off with round 2, Mr. Jackson.
Round 2. Let's. I know this is usually a crowd favorite amongst people I know. Let's go ahead and take that other workplace comedy off there. Office US.
All right, The Office. There it is.
Yeah. I just got around to watching that. I'm about 3 seasons in. And,
Okay, so you're watching it now.
Yeah.
All right. How are you enjoying it so far?
It's pretty cool. It's fun. There's been some really laugh out loud moments there, and I think it was to a level, and maybe it was just because of the fact that people have hyped it up so much.
That was going to be my next question. Has it lived up to that hype for you?
Not necessarily. I think it's really funny, but it's not to the level. I don't think it's to the level that people like are bringing it up to be.
Okay. Pete, were you an Office dude?
I was not. I've seen a couple episodes of it, and I enjoy the I don't know, sardonic wit of the whole thing, but I didn't ever turn it on to watch. I've seen maybe a couple episodes just in passing, or buddies had it on when I went over or whatever, but it's not something that I sought out.
Right on.
Same. I've seen bits and pieces here and there over the years. And I have this thing, and I feel like maybe some of you guys do too, where you get to something just late enough that everybody's raving about it, and you're like, fuck that thing.
I have a friend who is nothing but that. Like when the first season of Game of Thrones hit.
That was me with Game of Thrones too.
We were all talking about it, and he was like, man, everybody's talking. I'm watching that shit.
Like nothing is that good. It just comes from a place where I believe nothing is above reproach. Like when somebody finds no flaw with anything, I'm like, you're all watching this wrong because there's got to be a flaw here somewhere.
Do you just start flaw watching at that point?
I don't want to do that though.
That seems like a form of hate watching. I don't know.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are wrong somewhere in here.
Now, I believe The Office is great. I believe there are characters on there who are timeless, and I don't know that I think Jim and Pam are the most compelling relationship in the world, but that's one of the reasons I didn't watch it because it was like everybody's like, oh, they're so perfect together. I'm like, no.
So many people are looking for the Jim to my Pam and all.
Every
Yeah.
dating
No.
app had the looking for the Jim to my Pam, the Pam to my Jim, and I'm like, that's an immediate swipe left. For me.
Because if I want a relationship, the first thing I look for is someone who complements my cardboard personality. I just know that I definitely agree that in the times that I've seen them together, they're not compelling characters to
No,
me. Like
they aren't. I don't know if it's just one of those like you have to watch it all the way through to find the development of the relationship. But you'll have to report back to us on that.
Yeah. I'll do some deep diving.
Do some deep diving. All right, Brian, sir, it is back over to you.
Jesus Christ. Does anybody even watch comedy sitcoms anymore? All right. I guess I'm picking the Golden Girls.
God damn it,
man.
Coming to play.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot on this list by virtue of the fact that it's a just minute to minute. I have no prep time. That's gonna be just straight up pandering. This is gonna be me at my most pandering ass.
I've finally broken all of you.
What can be said about the Golden Girls?
Everything.
I will leave that to you guys. Not that I haven't seen it, not that I haven't watched it periodically. It was on TV a lot as a child. My grandparents in particular really liked it, being golden gals themselves. Not my granddad maybe, but he was a golden guy. I don't know. They were old. So
They were in their goldens.
look, so the point of the Golden Girls is they're all old.
You watch your over 40 mouth, son.
One of the dopest theme songs.
They were not as old as I thought they were when I was a kid. That's for sure.
What are they had septuagenarians on this show?
Yeah, they had to age Estelle Getty up to like.
Yeah.
No, I believe
Just be older than B. Arthur.
I believe B. Arthur was the oldest.
She was the
cast
oldest,
member. That's
yeah.
right.
Was Blanche the youngest?
I think so.
She may have been, yeah.
Yeah, just
Rue McClanahan.
old hoeing it out there.
Man, she was out there.
Hoeing
in
it
the
out there, man,
streets,
in
man.
the street. Just clap it up for old hoes one time.
Clap it up for clapping old hoes.
Clap it up for clapping old hoes. Yeah, man, it's a funny fucking show. It is the laugh track era, so it's like set up, knock him down, set him up, knock him down. But a lot of witty shit in there, a lot of great storylines. It is worth. It would have been a great pandemic watch. I'll put it that way. I have a coworker who we watched, and she's like, shit was way funnier than I gave it credit for in the 90s. Pete, back over to you, sir.
All right. I'm going to take the other workplace drama that I believe is better than The Office. I'm going to go with Parks and Rec.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Now, as opposed to The Office that I've only seen in passing, I've seen every damn episode of Parks and Rec. That shit is funny as fuck.
So
I
what's
absolutely love it.
the difference there? Because it seems like it's just the same tone, same vibe, just a different setting.
I think, honestly, for me personally, I'm originally from Indiana, so I see people that I legit know reflected in the characters on that show and how just normal they are. They're just they're normal, but they haven't really been out of their state. You don't meet a lot of cats from Indiana. Like
I'm married to one.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, you do meet some. But when I'm personally out, like cavorting at Smoky Joe's or any of the other fine establishments that I cavort.
Listen to this dapper fellow over here.
Yeah, that's right.
Pete Calrissian over here.
That's right. That's right. I'm writing my memoirs right now.
Like some kind of dandy. Oh, let me cavort with my people.
I am a fancy lad, I'll have you know. But yeah, I very rarely will I meet someone from Indiana because a lot of them they like where they live, they like their environment, they don't move.
So there's a connection.
And there's a connection for me. Like I like in one of the episodes they go to Muncie. Man, I went to college there. Like that's great. It's just.
All right.
It's just a super fun, like, it's almost like comfort food for me. And it gets me really laughing, dude. I think, that was where, I don't have the same hangups about Chris Pratt that a lot of people do because I saw him on Parks and Rec and he made me laugh the fuck out. God, he was so funny on that show.
Yeah.
And that's where what's her name?
Aubrey Plaza.
No, Hotness Tribeca, whatever the fuck her name is.
Rashida
Jones.
Jones.
Rashida Jones.
Tribeca is. I don't think no one's gonna be drafting Angie Tribeca on this show, but Rashida Jones.
Yeah, Rashida Jones. Oh my God, I'm in love with her.
Whose daughter is that?
Quincy Jones.
Quincy
Quincy
Jones.
Jones. That's
Quincy
right,
Jones'
that's
daughter.
right. Shout out to Quincy Jones, man. He did good.
Well, I love that, and I think Amy Poehler's fan fucking tastic on it, just losing her mind trying to keep shit together in Pawnee, and it gave us one of the greatest filibuster scenes of all time.
The Patton Oswalt joint.
The Patton Oswalt, and then now it looks like Disney is actually pulling shit from his monologue right in their goddamn shows. The gloved hand of Boba Fett, and then that's exactly what happened in that show. And it's like, y'all were listening to old Patton.
Jamon, when you get done with The Office, do you think you'll slide right into Parks and
I
Rec?
was watching a good amount of Parks and Rec.
Oh,
the
yeah?
first few seasons, yeah. That shit was like Ron Swanson. Goddamn.
Oh my God.
God damn.
I love this. I was up in the hardware
Man's
store.
man.
Can I help you? I know more than you.
What was it? What was that phrase? Oh, never half-ass two things, whole ass one
Whole-ass
thing.
Oh, that's one thing. Give me all the bacon you have.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
All right, is back over to me. I was foolish in thinking that 30 Rock would still be out there when I got there. I'm gonna gamble, go with the more modernish type show. I'm gonna take Fleabag off the list. Has anybody besides me at this table seen Fleabag?
Oh yeah.
Does that count as a sitcom?
Haven't seen it.
I mean, it's
It's
funny.
on the Rolling
I
Stone
haven't
list.
seen it. I haven't seen it.
I mean, there are definitely
It's dark.
situations, and it is funny.
All right.
It is a situational comedy.
Okay.
If you've never seen Fleabag, it's only 2 seasons, 2 8-episode seasons. I want to say.
It's very short.
Very
like
short.
extraordinarily short. Like too short.
Yeah.
You don't want it to end, but it does, and it has to.
Yeah, I think and I think they're only 30-minute episodes as is, so it's incredibly short. You can binge all 2 seasons damn near in one sitting if you want. But it is very fun, very funny, very glib, but also as the show develops and progresses, and you get more into the character, she is very fucked up, and things become very grim and very dark. But still, it has that using humor to cope type deal. It is what put Phoebe Waller-Bridge on the map. Without that, you don't get things like her and Indiana Jones, which is the best part of the movie. It's fun. It's funny. It's on Amazon.
Or her in Solo as the droid.
As the Millennium Falcon.
As the Millennium Falcon. Like, I was thinking about that,
Spoilers.
and I was like, yeah, I guess that's right about
As
right
the
after
very
Fleabag.
peculiar dialect.
Yeah. Creating droid rebellions out here. It's Phoebe Waller-Bridge's show. It showcases her genius, and it is a great, great show. My second pick to start round 3. Oh boy. Shit. I'm gonna go BoJack Horseman.
Wow, I was just thinking about that. I just about almost typed that in. I didn't have to. Thank you for saving me a little bit of time there.
That's what I'm here
type it
for,
into my
sir.
list.
BoJack Horseman, man, is another one of those very fun, very funny, but also very dark type deals. Jamal, did you ever watch any of that?
I never got into it.
Oh boy. It the anthropomorphic cartoon animated show just about this self-obsessed narcissist washed up actor in Hollywood. A lot of poking fun of Hollywood. But again, as things progress, you see just how fucked up this man is and how fucked up his childhood was to make him how fucked up he is. And it does something that sitcoms rarely do. It makes the main character, for all of his shittiness, take accountability at the very end. Did you ever watch BoJack, Pete?
I did not.
Yeah, it's.
I have not.
I will avoid spoilers then, but yes,
I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I know it's something that needs to be on my radar.
it needs to be. I do believe one of the greatest written episodes of all time comes from the episode where his mother dies and he gives the eulogy. And through the eulogy, he explores his pain and how shitty she's treated him throughout his life. And it's just a 22-minute long monologue.
Damn.
And then you find out that he's accidentally in the wrong room giving eulogy to the wrong group of people. One of the best written episodes of all time. BoJack Horseman. Brian, you got anything on it?
No.
So
Good.
I'm too busy frantically scrolling through sitcoms
All right.
because I know I'm going to forget something. I know
course
there's
you
probably
are.
like
yeah.
low-hanging fruit out there that I'm not thinking about.
Absolutely.
Pete, you're up next, sir. Your third pick.
All right. This is a show with. Let me see here. How many seasons did this bitch have? This had fucking lot. Oh, 9 seasons. In those 9 seasons, I probably watched a season and a half worth of the show, but it was, every episode that I watched was incredibly notable, and it's infinitely quotable, and people are still quoting it to this day. I'm picking Seinfeld.
Yep.
No soup for you,
Oh my God.
You only saw a season and a half of Seinfeld?
but not in a row.
I identify with that.
Not in a row?
Greatest bass line in all of television,
Right?
by the way.
Yeah.
You identify with the Soup Nazi, Javon?
Oh my God. That I've seen like maybe 3 episodes of Seinfeld, and that was one of them. And holy shit, that episode was amazing.
I think, yeah, it's a pretty good one. I think the best Seinfeld episodes are the like the episodes where they're just in one location, like the Chinese restaurant,
Chinese restaurant is the one.
the parking garage at the mall where they
Oh,
lose
when
the
it-
car. Like
yes.
that one,
Oh my
to me
God.
is just stunning, just stunning.
I'm a fan of the one where George is trying to get his sitcom made.
Yeah.
It's very meta. Who would buy that? A show about nothing?
Yeah. A whole bunch of terrible people as shown in the season finale.
yeah.
That's not one that's
people
accountability.
People give that finale shit, but I was like, I got it
Oh,
completely.
That's
you
it,
know?
yeah, like
they
the-
deserve to be in jail.
It was they made a clip episode work like, at the end. Like,
Yep, right on. Good call there, Pete.
Yeah,
Good call there. Seinfeld. Mr. Martin, you are on the clock.
All right. Well, then in that case, I am going to choose. Definitely not that. Not that. Lots of bad choices here, guys. Yeah. Let me see.
It's whenever you're ready, Mr. Martin.
I'm going to pick Curb Your Enthusiasm. because I
There
just
it
picked
is.
Seinfeld.
I was thinking of it.
It's Seinfeld, but
If you can't get Seinfeld, you
it's
get
like
Curb.
the id of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It's just like one guy in the world saw Seinfeld and thought, this is how I'm going to conduct myself, and the rest of the world is at odds with him at all times. But there's the coolest thing about it is just how much of it is improvised and how they just go in there with a basic idea and just shoot the shit until they're out of steam and then just kind of keep
around
the thing
it.
moving. Yeah. Great show, and I can't believe it's been on as long as it has. It's still like I think 9 seasons,
Yeah,
10
something like
seasons,
that.
but it's spread out over almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
On paper, Larry David and JB Smoove should not work together.
no,
absolutely
Oh
not.
man,
But they work so well
It's
together.
magic. Absolute magic.
every time you see them together. Have you ever seen any Curb?
I've seen a few episodes. I had started binge watching it when I got HBO Max, and unfortunately, like for me, it doesn't seem like it picks up until JB Smoove jumps in there. Yeah.
Yep, that's kind of how it is. Pete, were you ever a Curb guy?
Never seen one episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was one of
I know
those like you just
the
never got
classic,
to? Or was it?
classic theme song or the
boom, boom, boom.
My son walks around the house doing that when dumb stuff happens, and he's like, and I'm like, do you watch that show? And he, that's a show? I'm like, come on, man.
You're killing
I mean,
me.
I never watched the show, and I know that's a thing, but no, I've never watched even one episode of that.
All right. Is it one that was just like never on your radar? You just never
Yeah.
cared about it too
It's
much,
never
or?
really on my radar. It was, when I first heard about it, it was a time I wasn't really seeking out like funny shit to watch, and as I get older, I find that I kind of need funny shit to watch, especially
Yes.
these days. So, it might end up on my list before too long.
All right. Right.
I think you would relate to to it. And
you
I
are-
don't
The people,
necessarily.
the people who've watched it know that that's some sort of inside joke. Fuck
I
you,
don't
Brian.
necessarily think you ever wouldn't have related to it, but I feel like you definitely would at this point.
You feel like I should curb my enthusiasm?
You should probably curb your enthusiasm. German, end round 3 and begin round 4.
Okay, let's go ahead and in this animation pocket here. Let's go ahead and pick Rick and Morty.
I didn't know if that
It
would
is
be
Problematic.
It is the it is the definition of a sitcom. They get into some situations. Holy shit.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like
When you
it's-
kill your people 2 episodes.
yeah, you've Cronenberged up your universe to the point where you have to go to a whole nother dimension.
Cronenberg it up.
They were doing the
Yeah.
multiverse before it was cool.
That's for sure.
It's fascinating to me how a show can be so smart and so stupid at the same time. It's just like
It reminds me of another show which may or may not make this list.
but oh my god, it's like I just binged this last season and like it's like how do you like Rick is a piece of shit. How do you like?
How do you just keep
How do
going
you
with this
root for
character?
him?
Yeah,
Like,
you
how do you
can't.
root for this dude?
because
Like,
he has a contingency plan for
yeah, he's always ahead of the curve. Like,
Now, Pete, you're a big Rick and Morty fan, aren't you?
I am. I love Rick and Morty. I think it's so stupid on its face. Like when you just look at what's happening in the show, it's like this is stupid. What is this? The meta commentary
Oh,
underneath everything that's happening is so fucking smart. Like it's such a mind fuck when you watch it because it just doesn't seem like it seems like something you'd see on Adult Swim wedged between Aqua Teen Hunger Force
And C-Lab.
and Andre whatever's fucking dumb show.
Eric Andre.
Eric Andre, yeah.
Yeah, boy,
Like,
that is a
why
that is
would
an
I do
acquired
this to
taste.
myself?
Certainly is.
They made me care about a character called Pissmaster.
Yep.
All right, then.
I care about Mr. Meeseeks. That's
Oh,
who I
yeah.
care about.
That's the
Poor
episode.
Mr. Meeseeks.
Poor
Oh,
Mr.
my God.
What was it? Was it he just went crazy trying to get the dude to get a good golf swing?
Yeah,
because he
said, if
has
I
to. He
can't-
has to-
Jerry's golf swing.
Because if he can't accomplish his goal, he can't dissipate.
Yeah.
He can't leave. He can't stop
Existential
existing.
crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jerry is just like so fucking mediocre. He cannot get.
Was that the same episode with where the dog gained sentience? Was it the same one?
No.
Because that was like because it was like episode 3 and 4 or episode
Yeah.
2 and 3. It was like they were right back to back there. The one where I decided, okay, I'm going to get my wife to watch this was the one with the dog and the robot body. I was like, okay.
Total
Yeah.
Recall was my like that was the apex right there.
For me, it was the Meeseeks episode.
Yeah, the
I was
Meeseeks
like,
episode.
oh
Meeseeks
man,
episode was so
Unbelievable.
this poor
I
fool.
really, really like the separate timelines and the what was he called? The Time Lord that came with it, and he was just a giant scrotum head. And every time they did something, the screen would split.
Yeah, for each multiverse that they
and it was all multiple. So like every so often, the same shit would happen in all 16 universes, but then they would branch another
diverge.
way,
Yeah.
and then you start watching them, and it's like, holy fuck, these are all going different directions.
Yeah.
They had to write
They wrote,
16
like, 15
versions
episodes.
of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just like the effort that it took to write an episode like that and then bring it together so smartly and end up just zapping the fucking Time Lord guy. And it's just like, fuck all this. Like, such a smart show. I'm super jealous it's on your list.
Good call, Jamon.
Straight ripped Hickman on the Council of
They
Ricks.
sure did. Sure did. Just straight ripped Hickman from the Council of Ricks. All right, then. It's back over to you to start round 4.
Okay, my next pick. Now, when you can't get Seinfeld,
God
you pick
damn it!
Curb Your
God
Enthusiasm.
damn it!
And when you can't get Curb Your Enthusiasm, you pick It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That was my next pick.
Yep. All right, just delete that one.
a much, much meaner version of Seinfeld. Those characters are just awful. There's
Seinfeld on crack.
no
Another show I
redeeming
can't
qualities.
imagine. I can't believe it's still going on. Like,
Oh my, like they should have been canceled years ago. Like, some of the stuff they pulled, like even before Danny DeVito got into the picture, it was like,
It's
So anyway, I just started blasting.
don't diddle your kids.
Rumham.
what they've managed to do with that show and how they keep it fresh and inventive from season to season is absolutely bonkers and nonsense.
My goodness. Like I made the mistake of just jumping in, on a later season with Rickety Cricket. And
God,
then
what
went
they've
back
done
from the
to him.
beginning to see that descent from where
The
he
descent,
was.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck happened to this man? Like,
Was it Jimmy Simpson that plays that character? He's just beat the shit all throughout that series. You were always Sunny, dude.
Nope. I have seen more memes of that show than I've seen episodes of that show.
The one with Charlie in front of the board.
Oh yeah,
the court
oh,
board?
yeah, the
Yeah.
conspiracy board. Yeah.
Yeah. The one that does it for me is that one that was with who's it? Rowdy Roddy Piper in it.
oh,
with
the wrestler.
the
Oh,
wrestler
yes.
knockoff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a great episode that
Oh
was.
my goodness.
There's all sorts of good shit happening all throughout that show. Good call, you son of a bitch. Brian is back over to you, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna take Schitt's Creek. You guys can talk about it.
I have never seen an
I've
episode.
never watched
Actually, I
an episode
cannot.
of it
Moving
either.
on.
But all I know. Here's what I know
Isn't
about
that
Schitt's
Best
Creek.
in Show, the television show? Isn't that
Yes.
what that is?
Pretty much.
It's got a couple of levies. You can't go wrong there.
It's got an SCTV, a couple of SCTV alums.
Yeah.
in it.
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara, isn't
Yeah.
it?
She can
do no
Eugene
wrong.
Levy.
She can do no wrong.
So I believe this show is great, but the most important thing about it, and the reason I drafted it, is that it's one of the few shows that ended and everyone seemed to be in agreement that it was good.
Yep.
Because usually the day after a show ends, 50% of the audience is like, "This show sucked," you know. See Seinfeld, you know. But like,
See the whole last season of Lost. Oh.
right? I mean, like Game of Thrones. There's so many examples out there where people just turn on it. Because I guess in the most cases, I don't think they got it. But everybody seemed to love the end of Schitt's Creek. So I think it's a solid one to
Solid
just
cast.
Well,
It's
if they all
a poll here.
loved it, I'm a huge fan for shows that have written endings that end.
Yes.
See also Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Like that is when you can see the end coming and you write up to it. Sons of Anarchy is another one. Like when you see the end coming and you know it's what's going on and everything is building towards it and then you do it and it's satisfying and good. I love that
I got
shit.
into
So-
another argument on Twitter this week about somebody who was grousing about the finale of Lost. And I'm like, how are people still not understanding what happened at the end of Lost? Why do people still think they were dead the whole time?
Willful
I don't
ignorance.
understand it.
Willful
but like
ignorance.
Battlestar was another one where it's like the day after the finale. And like, I'm like, what were you expecting? Like this was clearly where everything was going.
What was the thing they kept saying the entire time? This has all happened before, and it will all happen again. That shit was set up from season one.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had been saying that the whole time, and then when you find out that it's just these two beings, it's like, well, why can't that be a little supernatural and ambiguous at the same time? Why isn't that allowed?
Ronald Moore,
Like,
that man knows how to write TV.
yeah, dude, Ronald D. Moore.
Yeah.
I'll watch his shit all day.
I was watching something on Pluto last night while I was drunk, and I just saw like executive produced by Ronald D. Moore. I was like, well, put this remote down, whatever this is, I'm watching it. All right, Pete, back it over to you, sir.
Oh, yay. Okay, well, since y'all did animated joints, I'm just going to take South Park off the list.
Yeah. That was inevitable.
So we were talking earlier about the significance of The Simpsons in pop culture. You have South Park, which manages to do it from the week's happenings. Like they make episodes so fast that some dumb shit can happen on a Monday, and on Thursday, by the time you see that episode, they've already done an episode about
Finger
it.
on the damn pulse, man.
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
Just
And-
imagine how on it you have to be to even be able to write something that's funny based on something that just happened days ago.
Yeah, I mean, did we get a Titanic Titan submersible thing yet from them? Are
I'm
we
sure
getting
it's
that
next
this
week's
week?
episode.
Yeah, probably
I'm
next week's
sure,
episode,
if it's, the only way we don't is if it's off season, right?
I mean, the
It's
culture-
probably some dumb shit about Butters goes and gets this cool new radio controlled sub and he takes it all the way down to the bottom of a lake and they lose it. And then the South Park cops have to come and drag the lake because they only find Butters'
but they
sub.
only do it because he's white.
And there's the South Park
They say,
tune.
this is way off topic. Did you see the Onion article about the Titan sub? It's
No.
that like critics say that they should have tested it on poorer people.
Oh no!
I feel like we're all going to hell just
the
because
thing.
you said that.
Here's the thing that I realized when I saw that. It was like the end of the world, the absolute last moments of existence on this earth are going to be okay because there's going to be an Onion headline about it. It drops seconds before the end. And I'm going to go, well, they nailed it again, guys. Think of T2, the skeleton on the chain link fence.
Right on, right on. Good
Onion
call.
article up against the fence.
Oh, favorite South Park character. Do you have one?
Oh shit, Mr. Hanky.
Okay. Oh, good call.
Mr.
Wow.
Oh,
Going way
which
back.
one?
Call.
There's been so many.
I guess the first
His
one.
debut?
Yeah, the debut was.
What
just-
about you, Pete?
When my favorite South Park episode?
Character.
Oh, favorite character. Oh, God, what a. Honestly, it's gonna sound so stupid given my background, but the priest. I think the priest is one of the most genuine characters on the show. He's not. They do not use him as any sort of like pedophilia denouement or anything like that. They don't use him as that at all. He's just a genuine dude that really cares about the kids. And like, he's probably the nicest, most grounded person in that whole universe. And he doesn't get any credit for it because they come to the church and some dumb shit happens and he goes, what? And then they leave.
Yep.
So yeah, I
call.
just love the priest. I
What
don't
about
know.
you, Brian?
I always, this is just a moment that lives rent free in my head, is the moment where Towley is trying to type in a code on a door and he just starts playing the riff from Funky Town, you know? And the kids gradually realize that's what he's doing. Like he's not trying to help them at all.
How do you like your chainsaws?
Good call. For me, it will always be Kenny. All right, it is over
Yeah.
to me.
You bastards.
I'm going to go ahead and take, we're talking about Schitt's Creek having that ending that everyone seemed to agree on. One of those beloved joints. And I think my pick is also one that's kind of in that same vein.
Just getting ready to delete my next pick here.
The Good Place.
Oh, damn
Nailed it.
Damn it.
Number 5 on my list here that I'm cobbling together. But guys, I got a dark horse at number 10 that just occurred to me, and you're probably not going to let me do it, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, you're right. It's The Room.
Not a TV show.
Not today.
West Wing is not a sitcom.
Certainly not funny anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all. I never saw a single episode of The Good Place. Has anybody here?
Man,
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen the entire thing.
All right,
seen-
talk about it real
I
quick.
haven't
so
seen
smart.
the last half of the final season yet because I'm working my way through it.
Okay.
What a show.
Oh, my
What-
God, yeah.
What an inventive, clever, just fun, good-hearted show. Ted Danson, it's the best he's been since Cheers.
Oh my God, yes. Ted Danson is
so
one
great.
he's one of the brightest lights in that show.
Yeah.
Like the unfortunate thing about The Good Place is that you can't even talk about the actual issue of the show because it in itself is a spoiler that you don't find out till much later in the first season.
And
Like,
I was amazed. I was amazed the first time I sat down and watched it. I was like, this show has been out for several years, and I was so impressed that I did not know what the deal with it was.
Right.
Because it's so much more than what it presents itself at first. To me, the best character on the show is Janet.
oh by far.
Darcy Carden is just an absolute champ on that show, playing good Janet, evil Janet, bad Janet. Bad Janet. And she's just, it's just like normal Janet, but she's always on her cell phone and chewing gum.
Yeah.
Jamon, you haven't checked that in.
I have not.
No.
Oh
that
man,
makes
Good
two of
Place
us, man.
is
Makes two of
worth
us.
your time. Holy crap!
So, and it moves very briskly. Yeah.
It's the episodes are short. They're written very smartly and funny, and you're laughing all the time. Kristen Bell
Yeah.
is just a delight to watch in it, and yeah, it's just I
find-
can't say enough
yeah.
good things about it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
finding nowadays I need more stuff to watch that's like easily digestible.
It's
It's The
easily
Good Place,
digestible,
yeah.
and it will touch your heart and activate parts of your heart that you just didn't know or forgot about.
You forgot because you've been watching too much It's Always Sunny.
That's right, for sure. And yes, you did nail it on the head. Written an ending. That show has an ending for sure, and it's like, wow, that's it. That's the end of the show, and it's great.
All right, right on. That is in round 4, and it's time to start round 5. I'm going to go ahead and take another show that I have not seen, but still gets some love. I'm going to take What We Do in the Shadows.
Fuck.
Oh, that's a good
yeah,
pull.
that's
a very good pull. It's a very popular show. The kids love that show. Yeah.
I'm
That's
not-
literally the only thing that's been sniped off of my shit so far.
Oh, you had that on the list? Yeah. Yeah, 30 Rock was sniped a little too early for my likings. And Golden Girls was going to be like my 9-10 dark horse, and then
No, man.
old
No,
fuck
you
over here.
You can't leave that laying around on the table. You
Oh,
can't-
God,
no,
Golden
that's
Girls
a-
out.
Thank you for being an enemy. Brian. Yeah, What Do We Do in the Shadows? Of course, an adaptation of the Taika Waititi movie about vampires, if I understand it correctly, in this day and age. And it's kind of like that mockumentary type feel to it, correct? Yeah. Talk to us about it real quick.
Oh my God! Like if you enjoyed the movie and you like Taika Waititi's brand of comedy, it will be right up your alley because the situation alone is just ridiculous. Like a bunch of
It's modern day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch of vampires living together or whatever. And some of the situations they get into are just downright absurd.
Right on. Which have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Which do you like better, the movie or the show?
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm gonna say, oh no. I really can't call it because it's a completely different set of characters in the show, but they've kind of grown on me as well. Like,
Isn't there one where they have a bunch of different vampires that show
yes,
up? Yeah,
yes.
like Blade is
'Cause
there.
I think Wesley Snipes and a few other famous vampires show up.
Yeah, right on. All right, then. I need to get on this show.
God, I
nothing.
just howled. I think it was one episode where they got into it with the werewolves. They were on some rooftop, and
got into it.
like one of them literally just takes a bone and throws it over the rooftop, and the werewolf jumps over to get it and dies.
Okay. This sounds like some nonsense.
Yeah, it is.
You haven't seen any of this, have you, Pete?
Oh, no.
Okay, right on. All right. Back over to you there, Mr. Lentz.
We've already talked about it. It's a classic. It has to be on the list. We're going to go with Cheers.
Yes.
There it is.
Yep.
Cheers was, again, Ted Danson joint. Super great. Ted Danson set the tone in that show. So many of the different characters and the concept of the barfly as a cast.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got all your regular Norm Watson, Cliff Clavin is always sitting there.
Frasier up in there.
Yeah, Frasier comes in. Like it's one of those bars. It kind of reminds me of, like, I'm bringing it up again, Smokey Joe's here in town. Like,
That's the
everybody
point, though.
can go there.
That's the appeal of that show. That's why everyone was watching that show in the 80s, is because you went there week after week and you saw the same people and it felt like this was your bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it just captured it.
Yeah.
And
They literally
I
said it.
watched it, I watched it growing up, not really knowing about the pleasures of alcohol and women.
Right.
But I learned about both from Cheers. And mostly, like, it was one of those things in my house that was just those required viewings that the whole family was sitting down and watching. And eventually, as I grew up, I started to get it, because it's like when the final episode aired, and we were kind of done with Cliff and Norm and Woody, and I'm like, I miss all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like 13 or so when that show ended, and I was like, I get it now because I want to keep going back there.
The show hits different after 21 too.
And then yeah, it does. But then the final episode, the final line, "Sorry, we're closed," and man, talk about nailing it, man.
Okay, right on. There you go.
Also a phenomenal set, instantly recognizable.
Yeah.
So instantly recognizable that if you play Fallout 4, which takes place in Massachusetts, you can find the Cheers bar. And if you go around the bar, Norm and Cliff are sitting. Their skeletons are sitting at the corner of the bar.
Places.
When you come down,
pretty
because
brilliant.
just like the set, you come down the stairs and turn to the right. The bar goes out like that, and Cliff is sitting right over there.
Nice.
It was one of the must visit spots in Boston for me. It was the facade, the outside of the
Right.
the exterior shot of that.
Top 10 theme song.
Oh, yeah.
Top 10
Oh,
theme.
yeah.
Top
Gary
10
Portnoy.
song.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant theme song.
I actually, I end every single one of my Twitch streams with that song.
Oh, there you go. Good call there, Brian. Or
I'm
Pete.
Pete.
Brian, it's over to you.
You wouldn't know the difference.
Other Brian.
I am going to take my animated pick off and pick Futurama.
Yep.
There
Yeah.
it is. I was debating, and I was like, nah, I already got Simpsons. I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do two.
You can't get both
animated
Groenings.
joints. So everybody's got like one animated show on their
got
list,
two.
right?
I got
Oh, 'cause you got
Simpsons, and I
BoJack.
got BoJack.
You got
yeah.
BoJack, yeah. But Futurama, every time it gets canceled, it just comes back. Like
It's a show that won't die.
It will
It's
not
the
go
cockroach
away.
of shows.
People, yeah. I mean, it's like Community in the sense that it appeals. It feels like it should appeal to a very, very specific niche crowd.
But everybody loves it.
But everybody loves it. You know, it's like one of those things that just has far more like far more wide-reaching interest than you might think.
It's
on the
because
surface.
making fun of the future based on our own current prejudices and weirdness is always funny.
It always clicks.
It will always be funny.
It always clicks, and for those who come from like the characters of the '80s and the '70s who were just surly drunks, Bender really speaks to them. Bender is a spirit animal.
Bender bending Rodriguez.
My
Bender
dad,
speaks to the boomers.
my dad loves Bender, like
Right.
just absolutely loves him. And
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Are you a big Futurama dude?
I love Futurama, man.
Yeah, it's a great show.
great show.
Great show. And I really think Fry is one of the best every guys
Oh yeah.
in sitcom history. Like he's usually like just wholesome and well-meaning. He's just a dunce.
But you don't get a lot of Farnsworth style characters in general, media. I don't think where it's just the mad scientist character is just a main proponent of your show, and Farnsworth is one of the funniest damn characters on that show, man.
And it also gives you one of the most heartbreaking episodes with the dog.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's rough, man. It's rough. Jermon, it's over to you, sir.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, this one might. Well, I guess there's no debate. It actually is a comedy, and there are.
Oh boy, what is this?
I'm
I'm gonna go ahead and get Atlanta.
Atlanta, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, what can we say about Atlanta that hasn't been said already? That show is just pure brilliance. Like Donald Glover, it's not fair for him to be this damn talented.
No,
It's
it's not.
I'm
really
sorry,
is.
Dong Lover?
No,
Don
Donald.
Glover. Oh, because his Twitter was Don
Don
Glover.
Glover.
Yeah,
Dong Lover.
Don Glover. Yeah, it's,
But yeah, the writing on that show is just like on point all the time. Like it started off, it started off as a basic situation comedy where Don Glover's playing this down his luck guy, college dropout. He's trying to make it in life. Ends up like somehow becoming his rapper cousin's manager and just kind of going through all the pitfalls and stuff with that. But like it's like the show pivoted in like just all these other directions since then.
it went in so many weird ways. Like, didn't we find out at the end of the first season like he lives in like a storage locker or something like that?
Because they had a whole episode revolving around him trying to find his jacket that he lost at the club the night before.
Yeah.
And we don't find out till the end because he had the key to his storage locker, which he was living in, that he needed.
Yeah, that's wild. A wild show.
Yeah. And it took some sharp turns like in those later seasons.
Oh man, sharp turns. I think the sharp turns are always the places where the show will either lose you or just lock
off.
you in.
Yeah.
And for me, it was the season 1 episode BAN.
Oh yes.
That was the whole interview with Paperboy. Like it was such a bizarre episode.
Even-
But I was like, oh man, I am so in this.
Even those ridiculous
That was one of the best episodes of television I have ever seen in my life.
even those ridiculous commercials in between.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's my joint, man. That dude's
Arizona-
driving that car all over the place.
The Arizona tea. It's
tea.
like, the price is on the can. It's like the price is on the can.
Good call. That's a
Yes.
snipe for me because I was looking at Atlanta going next.
Oh yeah.
All right, what is next, sir?
Next for me, let's go ahead and I just recently rewatched this.
We are now halfway through.
kind of pound for pound. I think one of the best comedies out there, at least of the '90s. Martin.
There
Yeah,
it is.
okay.
There
Yep.
it is.
It's besides a few problematic things here and there.
You're gonna
get
it still holds up. The comedy, some of the comedy stuff, it still holds up.
You're always going to get problematic
Yeah.
stuff. And I
mean,
even
it's a
30
product
Rock.
of its it's a product of its time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but the fact that there's this entire world in that show, and the majority of it is populated by Martin Lawrence. It's just like,
Martin. He's his mama. He's his
You
neighbor.
forget, yeah, because you forget that this is Martin under all that, that makeup and what
Yeah,
have you.
he did the Council of Kangs before the MCU
Yeah.
did.
There are certain episodes where I will howl every single time.
Do you have a favorite non-Martin Martin character?
Ooh, probably. Oh shit. Bruh-Man,
Bruh-Man,
yes,
yeah.
from the fifth floor, man. He
Yeah,
is-
Bruh Man from Fifth Floor is the one for me.
Yeah, he was just a source of just comedy right there. Like just some of the stuff he was doing was
Climbing
just,
in through windows
yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
just disrespectful for no
None
reason.
chilling. Martin was his pick.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, right on. And we also get who's Martin's boss? The dude from Napoleon Dynamite?
Oh, Garrett Morris, wasn't it?
No, yeah, Gary Morris is his boss. Who's his coworker?
Oh,
That's John Grease.
yeah.
Uncle
John Grease,
Rico.
yeah.
Uncle, I rewatched the old episode and forgot he was in that show completely.
The fact, as I watched the little reunion special they did not too long ago, and the fact that they were going in like Martin was mainly like just trying to break everybody and was succeeding. That episode where he thought they all stole his CD player and he comes in with the fake dog and all that, it's ridiculous. Like he played it like because the whole story was they were supposed to get an actual real dog for that, and they couldn't get it cleared. So he brings in the fake dog, and he didn't tell anybody else. So and you can literally see like Tommy was like trying to hold it in. He finally broke with it.
That show's great.
Yes.
Good call, sir. Damn, that was going to be a late round pick for me too. All right, I got to scramble. Brian.
Oh, did he pick two?
Yeah.
He picked Atlanta, then he picked Martin.
Man. All right.
Yeah. What the fuck is this? I never even heard of this.
I didn't want to pick this last round because I just don't want to seem like I'm chasing Pete's coattails the whole time, but I'm going to pick Frasier.
Oh.
I don't think anybody expected Frasier to, one, go as long as it did, but two, be as successful as it was out of the gate. I mean, if you had told me that they were going to make a sitcom about one character from Cheers,
It would not be Frasier.
Frasier Crane would not have been my first choice.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
And yet, because of his dad, and because of Niles,
Yep.
it's
Oh,
just
God, yeah.
the show found its footing so easily. It was like a slipper it just slid into. You know, like some of these shows we've talked about today take a season or two to really find themselves. Community, I think, took about 6 episodes. Parks and Rec took an entire season, I think, to figure out what it was going to be and what was really going to set it apart from everything else out there. Frasier was like confident as I've ever seen a show in its first season.
One of the top 3, I would say, best spinoffs.
Easily.
Definitely up there. Yeah.
Jefferson's
Different world, maybe.
Different World's probably up there. Yeah.
Different World was.
So good. So
Jefferson's from.
good. Wasn't it All in the
All
Family?
in the family.
Family.
Well, that whole tree, that whole family tree.
The whole
All in
Norman
Family.
Lear.
Yeah.
It's just
Norman Lear.
Learverse.
Yes, the Learverse.
Norman Learverse.
Right on. Is that Seattle or Portland? I can never remember.
It's
Seattle.
That's the same
Actually,
city to me.
so I have my Steam Deck, for video gaming at home, and you can change the opening animation to whatever you want. And mine is the opening from Frasier, but it says it has the outline of Seattle, and then it says Steam Deck underneath. It's got the piano music and everything.
A salad and scrambled eggs.
A great euphemism for people being crazy.
Oh yeah.
All right, Pete, is over to you, sir.
Okay, for my next pick, we are going across the border into Canada.
You're getting Letterkenny, huh?
We are going to
Well-
take Letterkenny off the list.
Yep.
God damn, Letterkenny made me laugh from the jump.
I want to draft it, but I know that automatically invalidates the Leslie Mansell vote.
Oh, I don't know why she hates it so much.
cannot stand that show.
My wife can't stand it either. My wife can't stand it either. She comes through and she's like, I can't even tell what they're saying. I'm like, yeah, that's why I have the subtitles on. And the shit, it's fucking funny. That like I said, from the word jump, the very first episode where they take turns ribbing on the hockey players. And he just say, there's like, you're, what does he call him? Say your spare parts,
spare
bud.
parts, bud,
And,
yep.
and he's like,
Such a great insult to
he
call someone
goes,
spare
oh, what are you
parts.
doing? You're sitting around distributing some literature. And he just doesn't do it. And it's so rapid fire and so fast. And you almost, you almost miss, but every single one of the zingers. And I mean, that's the show that gave us Shorzy. And oh my God, he's one of the best quip characters of all time. Fuck you, Shorzy.
Yep. I think line for line, pound for pound, Letterkenny is one of the best written comedies out there as far as like jokes per minute and as far as the quality of jokes per minute.
I think Jared Kiso is 100% hilarious. And funny story, I'm going back through Supernatural, the show Supernatural with my daughter. I've seen everybody from that show in Supernatural. Jared Kiso's in it. Daryl's in it.
Yeah.
I've seen the sister is in it. I'm like the names are escaping me right now, but like they're just all in the show because they filmed a lot of that show. They filmed a lot of Supernatural in Vancouver.
That'll do
and
it.
so they're they were in the bit part playing stuff, and then they went and made their own show, and it's fucking hilarious.
Has Letterkenny ever appealed to you?
I never got into it.
Never got into it. All right, then. Right.
I feel like by the time we found out about it, there were already 10 seasons. That's my impression of Letterkenny.
When I found out, when I first started watching it, there were already 8 seasons.
And I say that's
and I
not
watched
fair.
the whole fucking thing.
That's not fair to me.
Right?
Well, the thing about it is it's only 6 episode seasons, and it's 25-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there, I've binged whole seasons at working in
the
a
key
day.
to getting into.
Well, I don't get to watch TV at my job.
Right.
When you work at a bank on Sunday, sir, things are fairly slow.
So that's the ticket.
For me, the key to getting into Letterkenny is watch the first 5 minutes of episode 1. If you don't like it, you will not like the show because the rest of the show is just like those first 5 minutes.
Yep.
And
they just put them in weirder situations.
Right.
Good.
If that makes you laugh, you'll laugh every time you watch the show. If you go, don't waste your time.
Yep.
Pete, if it made you laugh, then I'm definitely going to laugh at the first 5 minutes of the show. I just don't have fucking time for it.
Make time for it.
But just make sure if you can put it on while you're doing something else. Just make sure you turn the subtitles on because
Okay.
you don't want to miss the jokes. The jokes are that they go by so fast, and as a lot of them are in very much Canadian affects, and then they play it up when they go to they go to Quebec, and then they start speaking French, and like there's all that. But yeah,
Okay.
super funny. Letterkenny. That's my
All
pick.
right.
Good call, sir. Good call. It is back over to me. Another show that I have only seen bits and parts and pieces of, but I find to be immensely funny every time I watch the clips. I'm going to go with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, there you go.
Good one. And what a great cast. Like, you want to look for like a who's who of the funniest people working in like TV and film. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a place to go, man.
Boom. It's I was like, I don't know if Sandberg can hold down a whole show. Like, I love Hot Rod just because of how silly and weird it is. But I was like, I don't know if he can do a whole.
Say what way?
You could be the next Douglas Bubble Trousers. I don't know if his brand of humor could last, but it's on its. They just finished up, didn't they? Or are they on their last
They
season?
just finished. I think it's
they
over
went
now.
like a good solid.
I think the
8,
answer is you
9
get
seasons?
Andre Brower to be on your show.
You get Andre Brower to be on your show. They playing the straight man.
That's credibility. Yeah.
And then you roll the dice and get Terry Crews. And then Sandberg doesn't have to do a whole lot. You
That's
see?
right. That's right. Just let the nonsense play out around Sandberg. And Stephanie Beatrice she was my candidate for She-Hulk before we got Tatiana Maslany. But I'm still happy with what we got.
Yeah, but Tatiana Maslany is just adorable.
Just adorable.
Just adorable.
Goofy as shit on that.
Absolutely great.
Shit, I might have put She-Hulk on my list.
Ooh, I could add that to the list, couldn't I?
Did you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I caught a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bits and clips?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it, Ryan?
Pull a German on this one. I have seen bits and pieces of it. Yeah, I can't even remember how it was. It was during like while it was on, so maybe I was watching during the pandemic. It was like just on,
just in the background somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, then, right on. Round 7.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do I want to go ahead? No, I'm going to save that for. Yeah, I guess I can go ahead and take that now. I'm going to go ahead and take New Girl.
Zoe.
Who's that girl? It's just, yeah. I mean, it's. I can't remember which. Okay.
All right, settle down. I'm gonna go get some water for Pete here. He needs a
Let's see
little.
Yeah, we're all questioning you right now.
No, you're
Pete.
not.
Just a little bit.
No, you're not. You all love Zoe Deschanel. Shut up.
I think it's mostly because of this show. She's, they have, what's that phrase? The manic
Pixie Dream Girl.
That's what she is in
They call
500
her-
Days of Summer, and that she just kind of rolled that into a less dramatic, more comedic.
I think they coined the term adorkable.
adorkable.
Yeah,
That's exactly what she is in this show.
But I think
It's what I've tried to be my entire life. I don't know if it works or not.
a dork.
You and your buttons, all right?
I think what makes New Girl work though is that, once you get into it, I mean, maybe she got you in because you're like, oh yeah, she's cute and the manic pixie dream girl thing, but you realize that the supporting cast is so much funnier and more vibrant than she is. Whether it's Schmidt or
or Spider-Man,
yeah, or
Nick,
Nick, and Coach was there for like a little bit, and then he left.
And came
then,
back. Like,
But what was the name of the guy that replaced him?
was it Damon Wayans?
It was Damon Wayans
Damon
Jr.,
Wayans was
yeah.
Coach, but the guy who replaced him was what was his
Lauren,
name?
something. Yeah.
What is his name? Winston.
Winston.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Winston was my jam, man. Like that guy on the show, I was like, he was my favorite character far and away.
He's a different level of goofy.
Yeah, he
on
was
that show.
such a goober. Like
When they started to do it, when they had Schmidt with the douche jar or whatever. It was like,
yeah.
There's some good characters. Have you seen any New Girl there, Pete?
Nope.
Nope.
Really, because your groans suggested otherwise.
Well, I've seen Zoe Deschanel, and that's really all that I need to know.
the Prince
she's-
episode, man. That's just.
Oh
You
my
get
God,
Prince on-
yes.
Yeah.
You know the deal that like they were gonna film scenes with the Kardashians, but
Oh yeah,
Prince
he was
vetoed
like,
it.
yeah. He was like,
So they cut the scenes with the Kardashians because
Yeah.
he's Prince.
yeah. He was like, get them the fuck off of here. Like,
You do what Prince tells you to
Yes.
do.
Amazing that Prince
He's
was
the
on that
purple
show.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just amazing.
All right. Pete is back over to you, sir, for your 7th pick.
I mean, I feel like it's time to start setting the Wayback Machine.
oh no.
Here we go.
Wait, come on. Where's the...
There it is.
Throwback.
It's not that much of a throwback, but it is.
Not that one. Not quite yet. Not quite yet.
That show's not funny.
Correct. Correct.
Fair.
I'm going to take Fresh Prince of Bel-Air off the list.
Oh,
That's actually a snipe. Son of a bitch.
I kept looking at
When
it
you
and I'm
locked
like...
up Atlanta and Martin, it was like, well, no, Fresh Prince is coming. I got to.
He locked up Atlanta Martin. I was like, maybe I should get between Fresh Prince and another one. I was like, Fresh Prince equals Will Smith. I still don't know how people feel about the Will Smith. So I was like, let me tiptoe around the Will Smith
I think,
business.
the Will Smith is like. That's even when I remember seeing that happen and going, wait, did he really? Is this a bit? Oh no, this is not a bit. He's genuinely mad.
Yeah.
He
He just
actually
dropped
slapped
the
shit out of
F-bomb on
him, man.
fucking national TV. Like that really happened. But like, that's a very nuanced issue. It wasn't just that Will Smith went up there and interrupted some shit. Like in a lot of ways, like he felt like he was defending his wife, but then again, she cuckolded him. So
That
it was like
that was 30 years of pent-up aggression coming out.
yeah. I'm like, there was the all that stuff. But I don't think that, we're not dealing with a Kevin Spacey level situation there.
No, oh God, no.
Or a Joss Whedon level.
No.
We're not dealing with that. It's one guy did this one
He
thing.
got up on
that,
stage and handled some business. That's
what Pete is
Came
saying.
right out and made a movie, the Emancipation movie. Like
What Pete
oh,
is saying is we never would have gotten the Oscar slap without Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Thank you for bringing it home. That's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You're
man.
welcome.
Like,
Thank you, sir.
it was funny fish out of water tale, but also genuine good writing, really good characters. Uncle Phil's fucking the every dad. Like, I mean, he was his uncle, but like that shit. That like when you think about father figures that have been on TV.
Oh,
like,
he was
Uncle
solid.
Phil.
Yeah.
Man, like he was firm when he needed to be. You knew when he was disappointed.
Yeah.
You felt that shit. Like,
But he had their backs though.
Yeah.
Like when they were
he had
getting some shit, he would come in and
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the pool hall episode.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the pool hall.
yeah.
Bring me Lucille.
yeah.
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 But I
that's
mean,
good.
easily, easily one of the best moments on the show was Will Smith's dad.
Oh,
Was-
Ben
was-
Vereen.
Ben
I don't
Vereen.
trust Ben
Yeah,
Vereen to this
man.
day because
Nope.
of that
Sure
shit.
don't. He don't love me, man.
That shit hit home,
Why
man.
don't you
Fuck.
love me, man? Like
My dad was a truck driver. That shit fucked with me.
All right. But you see that episode, like even now, you see, like when I see that clip, even now, like that hurts. That still hurts.
There
Like,
were it's funny because at surface level it feels like just a straight up sitcom. All these people are just straight up characters, but then you see you take it like a layer deeper, and they were dealing with some real shit in there.
That's
Yeah.
all. The best sitcoms are always.
always grounded in some sort of real life.
You know, I wonder. All right, so here's a story from my past. Ben Vereen once came into the movie theater. I was working there. I was about 16, 17 years old, and I look up, and the reflection of the glass on the popcorn popper is Ben Vereen. And I don't have the keys to any register up there, but clear Ben Vereen wants popcorn.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, just 1 second. I run into the back. Every single cashier we have is just sitting in the back. And I was like, guys, Ben Vereen is out here and he needs some popcorn. And they're like, who?
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah. And I was like, motherfucker, it's Ben Vereen.
Tap dance your ass out there and get him some popcorn.
But now, and I thought maybe it's because they were all like, I don't know who Ben Vereen is. But now I wonder if it wasn't that they had just seen that.
He's like, no,
Fresh
go
Prince
back to your,
episode.
he's like, go
And
back
they're
to your
like-
goddamn son. You in here eating popcorn.
You ain't got time for movies.
You better get back and give him a hug.
Anyway,
There you
in
go.
real life, extraordinarily nice man, just like you would think. But
Right.
He has played some ain't shit
Acting.
characters over the
Sure
years.
has. He sure as shit has. He was Booking Woodbine before Booking Woodbine.
Basically.
yeah.
All right, Brian, what is your pick so I can go get my beer here?
I am going to pick one of the whitest crowd pleasers of the last 20 years.
Don't say it.
I am not going to pick Glee. If it were possible, if it were possible for me to pick the first 13 episodes of Glee and only the first 13 episodes, I might do it. But no, I'm going to pick Scrubs.
There you go.
There it
I
is.
thought you were picking that other one.
That's
the
gonna
other
get
white
you
people
some
show.
votes right there.
Not on this day.
No.
All right,
no.
vamp about Scrubs for a bit.
So I think Scrubs dropped at precisely the right moment for Scrubs. Zach Braff was kind of right at the entry point he needed to be to become like something, right? Him and Donald Faison, the chemistry they had was not something you had to build up to.
Right.
It was something that they had going into it.
You
And-
can kind of tell they were like best friends in real life.
Yeah, again, and I want to I'll bring up Community again. Like it took about a half season for everybody to realize that the heart and soul of the show was Troy and Abed, right? With Scrubs, it's like you come in and day one, you know that it's the relationship between like JD's going to have romances. And Turk is going to be wooing Carla the whole time, whatnot. But the real relationship at the heart of that show is the two of them. And they even, when they had the musical episode, they sing a song, Guy Love. Guy Love between two guys. Because that's it. Take or leave that later debacle of a season. But I think that's true in most cases. Like sitcoms in particular have this problem of going on way too long. And then
The magic runs
we don't,
out.
we
Get
don't
the
know
fuck
what,
out.
We don't know what to do with them, And that's why I really respect Seinfeld for
Going out
leaving
on
the
top.
game when it did. But yeah, early Scrubs, just solid entertainment. And what it did for John C. McGinley too.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
John
yeah.
C. McGinley.
John C. McGinley is the shit.
Yeah.
First thing I ever saw him in was Platoon.
Yes.
I
I think
and
most of
he's
us knew
not-
him from that.
He's not funny. He's like terrible in that
He's
show.
not
in that
funny in
movie. And then
Platoon.
you
He's
watch
not
him in the
funny
show,
in
it's like,
Seven.
oh, fuck.
He is one of the
He was in
funniest
Seven.
people.
Holy shit.
He's the one that
Yeah.
the guy that they think is dead when they come in that's tied to the bed and the guy
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause
coughs
he
and they're
was
like, oh
those-
shit.
Yeah, he's the lead. Lead.
They
cop.
didn't tell him. They thought the actors thought that it was just a dead body. They didn't know the guy was gonna cough.
Oh,
so that
shit.
oh shit reaction in Seven is really them like
Yes.
oh shit.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's the alien shit all over again.
Yep.
See, and Scrubs made me fall in love with Men at Work again. because of that episode where
Colin Hayes, and he's in
and
like
he
the
keeps playing Overkill.
slab and the what do you call it? The
morgue.
The morgue, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
Colin
that song.
Hay in there.
You know,
yeah.
I've loved that song,
yeah.
Overkill. I
so
love it.
good.
I love it. And, you know, everybody, watching that show, they were like, oh, that's a Colin Hay song. I'm like, no, that's a Men at Work song.
Yeah. And I think that was the opener of season 2.
Yeah.
I think my
think so.
Overkill was the beginning of season 2. But yeah, what a great show.
Did you ever watch Scrubs?
I caught a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Shout out to that browbeaten lawyer. All right.
Oh, that guy was great too.
That guy's
yeah.
great, yeah. Plays a great down on his luck dude. Hangdog. All right, Jermon.
Oh, yeah.
First of 2.
Let's do it. Let's go back into that animation pocket here.
Again?
Want to get in the
Going back to the animation.
Going
well.
back to the animation well. Let's go ahead and take the Boondocks off of there.
son of a bitch. Good call.
I just recently started rewatching that again, and oh my god, man,
Excellent.
Good call.
shit, the stuff they touched on in that show was like years ahead of its time.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, like
I remember seeing that in the funny papers first.
Like
and then seeing the show going,
Yeah.
holy shit, is this what you were trying to
Yeah.
say? Like,
the balls on them to like lampoon Tyler Perry in his prime was just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh my goodness.
People got fired from Tyler Perry's staff after
Yeah.
that episode came out. that lends to the credibility of the shit that they're talking about.
Yep.
Also, an underrated, overlooked opening credits theme. I love that little 16 bar.
The whole anime aesthetic and everything.
Yeah.
oh, the animation in that show is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Like,
they dug and they
really good.
Yeah, they dug into that shit too. Like
So good. So
like
good.
this.
Damn.
Oh my god, so many rich characters there. It's just
super quotable
Yeah.
if you are not white.
I can't even. I don't even think I can do that now. It's like
All right.
oh man,
Good call on that one, man. Damn. I did,
What a great show.
Yeah.
Yes.
That hurts. That hurts. All right. And
next pick.
beginning of round 8.
All right, next pick here. We'll go ahead and stay in that. Yeah, go in that Tina Fey bag again here. Let's go ahead and take Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt off the.
There it is.
there we
That's
go.
your shit right there.
Yeah, I
that
love
is
that
your shit.
That shit is fucking incredible. Another one of those fish out of water stories. You know, Ellie Kemper just plays it so earnest. You know, it's Kimmy Schmidt, this woman who was in a cult or whatever for years, in a bunker, and finally coming out, trying to make her life in New York City, and just the hijinks that ensue after that.
That's a Tina Fey joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she writes that, right?
Yeah.
And produces it.
I think she's credited as creator as well.
And there's a
but
lot. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
I mean,
And she's appeared
crossover
in there a
from-
few times. Yeah.
from 30 Rock in there too.
Who
Jane
knew?
Krakowski,
Yeah.
John Hamm.
John
playing
Hamm
a
is
career
just-
breaking. Like it's just like the persona that
Yeah.
he created in Don Draper is just completely
It's like just
shattered.
Lampoon.
cranked up to 11 there. Yeah.
yeah,
like-
it's amazing.
Like
it's amazing.
if you've ever gone through the interactive episode, like, cause they have so many, like it pays to just go through and just keep going and trying to check out all the possibilities, because there's a lot of different Easter eggs that pop up. Like there's a point in there where Kimmy has the choice of killing John Hamm's character 3 different ways or letting him live. Now, if you go through
3 different.
Yes, if you go through the whole thing and kill him all 3 ways, like they show the next scene, he's in hell. Like, but yeah, those like Titus Andromeda. Oh my,
Yeah.
I feel like he's what makes. the
yeah,
show.
he really did.
Yes.
He's incredible.
He was
on that show.
he was a breakout character. That
The
whole
unknown quantity that was on that show.
that
Like,
whole meme with him with the peacock. Yeah, it's like
Good call, sir.
good stuff.
call on
Yeah,
Kimmy
real
Schmidt.
good stuff.
All right, Brian, is back over to you.
I am going to dip back to the 90s now.
I don't like that one.
I don't know, guys. Because here's the thing. I think this is one of the most clever, funniest shows ever made. I don't know how many people remember it now, and that's never a good thing for a draft like this. But
there goes Wings.
oh, you guys know me well. You know me well. No, I'm going to take the Bernie Mac show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to get you any votes, but it's a solid.
I mean,
fucking pick.
I would
love
just
that
like
show.
at this point in the draft, I'm just like you
Yeah,
know what?
grasping at straws,
I'm going out.
basically.
I'm going out with the things that I love that
Yeah.
come to my mind very first. And
Oh my goodness.
Bernie Mac, one of the funniest comedians of like the 90s and early aughts.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
But you know, you put him in a room with a bunch of kids
Yes.
and
Yes.
it just unlocks something. It's like an achievement, you know,
Yeah.
like and his asides to the camera where he's just he's imploring America, you know, like
Yeah.
every single thing. It's like he's addressing the entire audience about the travails of his particular situation that day. Man, what a great show.
Yeah, he basically turned his Kings of Comedy routine into a show.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
he did.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I love that because I think it was that first episode, you know, when he gets the kids and all that stuff, and you know they go through whatever, and when the social worker finally shows, because somebody reported him on, you know, on him, and when the social worker is going back and repeating some of the shit that the kids claim he said to them, it's like you said you would bust their heads to the white meat.
Bust into the white meat.
Just gold.
Bust it
yeah.
to the white. God.
That's straight from King's Comedy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Bust
that
their
phrase,
bust their heads to the white meat.
All right, good call.
I love
on
that
one,
show,
man.
man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's one. It's. I don't know if a whole lot of people can remember, but it's solid.
I
Fucking
wish more people need to remember it.
Yeah.
I agree. Is that streamed? Do you know if that's streamed?
I think it is. I think I just saw, where was it? Either Netflix or Peacock. Somebody has it.
Okay, right on. Go watch that show.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
America. Pete, it is
Yep.
over to you, sir. Don't steal my next pick, please.
So, well, I don't know if I'm gonna steal it, but and this is gonna be like it's one. I don't know how many votes this is gonna get, but I found this show super fucking.
Here we
funny.
go.
Oh boy.
We've already mentioned one of the cast members, the late great Phil Hartman. I'm gonna pick News Radio.
Oh, yeah. Ah.
I scrolled by that and I was like, yeah, I don't know that Joe.
So it's
Rogan
got
factor.
Phil Hartman. It's got Andy Dick. It's got Joe Rogan. But it still manages to be a great show. Yeah.
Well, it's
I was
got-
watching an episode not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Fucking funny, man. It's a really, really funny show.
I got the first season on DVD.
Phil Hartman's wonderful on it. I think Larissa Giacomo is in that show and just looking just fine as fuck the entire time she's on the show. Yeah,
Whatever.
you used it right. You used it right. And then the main character. Why am I I'm totally blanking on
Dave
his name.
Foley.
Dave Foley. Thank you.
Dave Foley, Kids in the Hall fame.
Yep,
Yes.
that's right. There was a time in my life, much shorter and less gray, or much thinner and less gray, and people used to tell me I looked like Dave Foley, and I'm like, well, watch some stuff with Dave Foley. So I watched Kids in the Hall.
Yep.
Fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
Watched Brain Candy.
Hunter Helens agrees.
Not so funny. The show way funnier than the movie.
Yes.
And then watched News Radio and went, this is it. This is the fucking show. Because when you're talking about chemistry with characters, man, there was just a ton of chemistry on the set for that show, and I just love it. I just love it. News Radio, my eighth pick.
I think like Bernie Mac, I think it's a show that people should watch more of.
Agreed. That's another one I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere. Does Comedy Central have its own streaming? It doesn't have its own streaming.
No, I think
anything.
I think it goes through Paramount Plus normally. Most of the
Yeah.
Comedy Central does?
Most of the
Yeah.
Comedy Central
Yeah.
content.
That's true. There you go. You said through Paramount?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
except for South Park, which for some reason is
on
splitting
HBO.
their
It's on Max or
splitting their
whatever.
license between Paramount and HBO. I don't
What do we
really
call it?
understand.
Zaslav.
Yeah, you know what? I saw an article.
Zaslav. Yeah.
Zaslav Plus.
I saw an article about or a tweet about that last night. Where someone's talking about Sony and the fact that Sony doesn't have a streaming service, and they likened Sony to not the guys who went west to be gold prospectors, but the guys who sold all the equipment for gold prospecting.
Right.
Sony doesn't have to pay any upkeep costs for any of their streaming service, anything like that. It's just license.
That's true.
And they just sit back and make money off of it.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
have to
need
worry
it.
about subscriptions or hitting any kind of numbers.
So they can focus on doing what they do best, making
Shitty
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse. Yeah.
We literally all said something different.
No one knows what Sony does best.
Yeah,
This
right.
is the
Making shitty TVs, the Sony Bravia.
I've always contended that they should merge with Warner Brothers so they can be one colossal fuck up.
they have to rename this streaming service to One Colossal.
Yes. Clusterfuck Plus.
Oh, perfect.
They'll have they'll have a whole like series of movies. It'll be like 1, 3, and 7 or something. Or some shit. HBO Max actually does that shit too.
Yeah,
We got Harry
episodes
Potter's
out
2
of
and
order
5.
for no
Yeah.
reason. Like,
All right. Good call in news radio, sir.
clusterfuck
Plus.
Clusterfuck
There's
plus.
one for the Poprika shop.
Post that
T-shirt.
shit in Poprika. Right? Paprika is launching its new streaming service. Clusterfuck Plus.
Right on. Tuna facers to grits. All right, it's back over to me, man. I'm going to go ahead and grab this before Pete does. So far, the oldest show to be cast or to be drafted, man. You can't have a sitcom without taking one of the original classes, man. I'm going to go ahead and take MASH.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, right in my happy, fun, sad feels.
Yeah. It's hard to make war funny, but they find ways to do it and found ways to do it for quite a long time. They never made the war itself funny. It's all the situations and circumstances around it, or just
Right.
It's like the trying to be funny despite everything that's going on.
Right.
Like unlike say something like Hogan's Heroes, where
right.
Hogan's Heroes took all the villains and made them just laughable goofs.
Made them the Three Stooges.
Right? Yeah. MASH doesn't try to do that. MASH tries to make light of a situation despite how tragic
And I
horrible it is.
think MASH gets away with it by not showing it much.
The war?
Yeah.
It's all about the day-to-day
yeah.
The
operations
only thing,
of running.
the only thing you ever see is the helicopters come in, or
returnees.
People coming to the 4077 to get operated on or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see some blood or whatever, but you very rarely see broken bones or the guys that are coming in aren't screaming their heads off. It's like they're doing this thing and they're leaving room for the quips and the jokes.
Yeah.
You're not seeing the horrors of war unless the episode is specifically focusing on the psychological horrors of war.
Yeah, and that's
which
when
it
shit
did
turns
really,
real
really
dark.
well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the comedians and comedy can pull the best drama, I think. And every once in a while, they'll hit you with a little bit of that. Did you ever watch old school MASH?
I just remember it was on. That's about it. As a kid, I remembered it was on like all the time.
It's
like,
still one of the highest finales. If
I think so.
I think
Probably,
I think it is.
it's probably one of the most important sitcoms
Yeah.
you would ever watch.
Yeah.
MASH is fucking unbelievable. MASH, the show, managing to be better than the film it's based on.
Right. And to start the penultimate round.
I can't believe we made it this far, guys. I got to be honest with you. When we started this thing and you said the topic was sitcoms, I'm like, we're going to be here for 10 hours.
Yeah, the fact that we're kind of breezing through this shit is kind of like.
And I'm a little upset that I reserved more studio time than I needed to. So I'm going to feed y'all all the pony at $5.
Look, I got us covered. Don't worry. We're going to get to my number 10 choice, and you guys are going to have some words for me.
More content.
I hope your number 10 pick is the one where he goes, and you just lost all the Poprikans, sir. Like, because he says that to me in every fucking draft episode.
Because you say something every fucking draft.
Jermon, I don't need your
just lost
validation, buddy.
Spot on. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
God damn it.
I love how I put a note as to what I want my 10th pick to be, and it's just the letter A, and now I have no idea what the fuck that means.
I don't think the Scarlet Letter is very funny.
No, I'm going with Emma Stone's Easy A.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
I thought the Scarlet Letter was hilarious.
Oh, that's what it was. All right. There we go.
All right, they went everywhere short of calling her straight up whore.
It really did. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get number 9 off the board here. You guys give me a second here.
Was that what the term "shut your whore mouth" was originated?
Yeah.
It feels like it should have been.
Shut your red A mouth.
Doesn't have the same ring.
No, not the same.
Let's see. Do I really want to?
Hester Prynne.
No, man.
Great name.
That movie was
It is a really good
like
name.
when I saw the trailer for that movie, the Demi Moore movie. I was like, where? Because I read the book. I was like, where did they have a fucking war in this? I was like,
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take Family Matters, man.
yeah,
All right.
I contemplated it. I definitely
Yeah.
contemplated it.
Yeah.
That was
Another great dad.
Yeah.
Another great television dad.
And
Another
I
great
literally-
opening theme.
I literally just watched that clip last night. They had that one scene
Where Uncle Phil shows up.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was amazing.
Yeah, I think that's how I kicked off when I did earlier this year. Great moments in Black pop culture history.
Yeah.
That's the clip that I used to
Yeah,
kick it
because
off.
the kids
with.
was like, Richie's friends like gives him the money. He's like, okay, you win. He's like, yeah, he does look like the dad from Fresh Prince.
yeah.
is
Family
pretty
Matters
good.
is. I mean, it gave birth to the rise of Steve Urkel and the sensation that he was all over the place in the '90s.
Dude, they had TGIF on lock.
That era of TGI, because it was Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
Well, that
Full
era,
House,
it was Full House. It was
Step by Step.
Yeah, Step by Step came
Later.
next.
Well, it was Perfect Strangers kind of kicked it off, I think.
I think Perfect Strangers was part of it. I just remember Full
it was the
House
spinoff
and
of-
Family
yeah.
Matters were the two big anchors
Those are the
for
prime time
TGIF
joints
Yeah,
on
of
Friday
TGI.
night.
Yeah.
And the rest of the stuff kind of rotated from year
Yeah,
to
and then
year.
eventually you got to Step by
Sabrina
Step.
the Teenage
and then
Witch and-
eventually you get to Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
and
Man,
Sabrina.
solid block of program. What was that? It's not NBC. It was
ABC.
ABC. Man, shout out to ABC.
Friday, who the
man.
nobody watches shit on Friday nights now.
No one watches shit. Period.
Yeah.
Friday
I watch
night
shit when I want. I don't wait till Friday.
There was a reason there was a Friday night death slot, but now it's like
true.
back then it was just that was appointment TV.
That was appointments that keep your drunk asses at home and out the bars.
Yes.
and
We're gonna
watch
get-
this TV.
Well, that's the thing. They marketed it towards families. Like
Yeah.
all the shows were about the family unit, and,
Yeah.
and everybody could find an aspect of their lives reflected in what was being projected on TV. Except notably, my own dad, who hated, who absolutely hated every single show on TGIF.
What's wrong with that,
And
man?
resented.
God
Oh,
damn.
Dinosaurs was another one that was a
Yeah.
part of
Yes.
TGIF eventually. Not the mama. They were all built around catchphrases.
Yeah.
You know, was that one of the buttons you pressed? Who did not the mama? It sounded like
me.
That's a very
I thought it was him.
That was
Not
a,
the mama.
I was like, that'd be a very specific button to put in here.
Yeah, right.
No, that was me. That was me.
That was for the All Hell No podcast. Not the mama. Oh hell no. Yeah.
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Yeah, we
Great
all
show.
loved it.
Great show. I think Steve Urkel became this overshadowing element that kind of took over the narrative.
Oh,
I mean,
His girlfriend was fine as fuck.
no, that's true.
Team Myra.
Team Myra
all
all
day.
day.
He had a cereal.
Rest in peace.
They had a cereal. Urkel O's cereal was a
I
thing
had
in
some
the
of that
90s.
before,
Yeah.
You had some of that
Yeah.
cereal? Yeah.
Like the
Of course you did.
the cultural impact cannot be overstated.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All right.
They weren't making Eddie Winslow dolls and shit.
No,
Like,
nobody cared about Eddie Winslow.
if anybody, maybe Carl Winslow could have gotten some merch, but
I bet he could have.
Yeah. All right, Pete, it's over to you, sir.
It is? Okay. I don't think any of y'all are going to pick my number 10. So I'm going to go with a show that was definitely awesome before a lot lot of his maybe controversy. I don't
Pete's
know.
gonna pizza the very
Oh
end.
boy, here we
Pete's
go.
gonna Pete.
Shit. Yeah. I'm talking about home improvement.
Oh, wow. Really? All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I used to fuck with some home improvement back
Yeah.
in the day.
Before everybody was split on
And that's
Tim
where you
Allen,
lost the
like he
Poprika
is,
votes.
whatever. God damn it. I said say it to him.
Oh,
I would.
sorry.
I wouldn't bet on.
No, home improvement is just funny. Like it is just classically funny. The bits with the show, Al as his sidekick is Richard Karn.
Al Borland,
Al Borland
one of the
was-
great
Al
sidekicks in TV
Al
history.
always,
Oh my God.
Al always looked like he was sick of his shit.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
so. When I don't think so, Tim is your catchphrase.
Yeah.
The best beard in television as well.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Karn's beard.
Yeah. Just
Rugged.
amazing.
Rugged.
And I mean, whenever and even to now, if someone goes, oh,
You know
you know
exactly.
exactly what show that's from.
Did you ever see the Genuine re-edit where it was like you know,
What is that all it is? Just the
jump on it, you know, that one. Like they
I was gonna say, is that Pony?
yeah, Pony. It's they took all the all the
Oh yeah. Oh, they changed it to
Pony and put it with.
I mean, so I just would like to point out that the sound you made for that was extremely authentic. Watching you make it, strange.
Disgusting, repulsive.
I would just like to point out that Pete's last 3 picks is a problematic Will Smith, a problematic Joe Rogan, and a problematic Tim Allen. You're on a run, sir. You're on a run.
Yeah.
I'm proud of this list.
Yeah.
And also Pat Anderson, post Baywatch, right?
Yeah.
Post Baywatch. Pat
yeah.
Anderson?
Well, that was pre-Baywatch.
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 Oh.
No?
Yeah.
No.
It may have been
Yeah.
right in the middle.
Yes.
There may have been some,
Yeah.
there may have been some overlap.
All right, hold on a second.
I'm gonna,
It's not like she had a whole lot to do.
Let's
She
go
could
to
have
the
been
chat.
doing.
I'm gonna need you guys to go to Google. I got a lot of shit going on the iPad. So.
a lot of lists pulling up here.
A lot of lists.
Yeah, I don't know. It would have been right on the
It's right on the cusp, I think.
Yeah, I don't know which came first.
right on the cusp of.
Yeah, she was one of the tour girls. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think she's the main one.
She was the
right?
first, the original one, wasn't she? Or
You should come out and display shit.
yeah.
She wasn't it all the time.
No.
No. There were definitely other ones.
Yeah.
Brian is on the march.
Rolls on 2-time Deborah Dunning. We've got who else? Yeah, well, there she is.
This is a great podcast. I want to let y'all know. While Brian looks,
Heidi Kepper?
it's also your turn.
Well,
Brian.
There's been a series of them.
How
like,
are you?
It's been like Barker's, like Barker's Beauties, basically on Price is Right. It's been rotating in and out.
Come on, hot chick, tell me how much that rice-a-roni is.
Then again, the Barker Beauties are rotating out for different reasons.
Brian, I'm gonna need you to simmer down over here. You're kind
Ooh la la.
of you're kind of taking my shtick.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to simmer way the hell down with my next pick.
All right, your number 9 pick, sir.
Guys, this is a show that is on the Rolling Stone list, I discovered. And I wouldn't have thought of it had I not been scanning that list a little while ago. But it is the most fantastic show I've seen in the last 5 years. It was one of those shows that I started watching and you just can't break away from.
You're going Bluey, aren't you?
I'm fucking going Bluey.
Bluey.
Brian perpetrated that, by the way.
Look, Bluey is. I just don't even know how to explain how wholesome and wonderful this show is. Produced by an Australian animation company, imported to the U.S. by Disney and ABC. You can find it all on Disney Plus. What an amazing show! It's about 2 dogs, Bluey and her sister Bingo, and their parents.
Bandit and
Bandit and Chili.
Chili.
And Bandit is the new. We've talked about Carl Winslow, right? We talked about Homer Simpson. You know, we talked about all these like fatherly archetypes over the years.
Yeah.
Bandit is the dad archetype of our generation. Like he is the dad. And it's like what do they use this? What was it? Lay's potato chips. No one can eat just one.
Yeah.
I defy you to sit down and watch one episode of Bluey and not end up watching 10 of them.
oh no, the way that happens is you set the remote down and you go do something else, and then shit just runs.
Oh, but
It
you
never
won't look
stops
away.
to say this episode ends in 5. Nope.
Bluey-
Next Bluey episode just shoots right up.
Bluey is glorious, and man, do I love like it's immediate top 20 TV
was that
shows
your
of all
ace
time
in the
for me.
whole show?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm gonna fuck with you more on pick 10,
Oh boy.
but Bluey is my jam, man.
I have friends staying with us right now that are actually that are leaving tomorrow morning. They have their 5 and 7-year-old, both boys, with them. There's been a lot of Bluey on my television this
Yeah.
week, and I've been catching it. And like, yes, it's transcendently funny.
Yeah.
I don't understand why this show draws
How
me
can
in.
it
I don't
be-
get it.
How can it be this good? How can it suck you in like
Right.
this? My dad, who
Isn't
had-
this supposed to be like Peppa Pig? Like, why is
Right, exactly.
You know, why is this so good? I
My
don't-
dad had caught a little bit of it, and he came to stay with us a couple years ago, and he's like, this show is stupid. And guess what? Within
dad watched
5
it?
minutes, my dad's sitting down and watching that TV, and he's like, this show's actually great. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is wholesome on a level that we don't see on TV now.
Okay. All right. You make a strange case for it. We'll see what
The strange case of Bluey.
The strange case. All
Look,
right.
either if you've seen Bluey, you love Bluey. If you don't love Bluey, you simply have not seen Bluey. That's my theory.
I would tend to agree.
Okay.
I tend to agree with that.
Interesting pick. I saw it when I was scrolling the list, and I was like, "There's no fucking way he's gonna."
I think you're gonna pop
fucking way.
some Poprican vote with
There,
that.
come on,
Actually, you got there's some Popricans in
parent
here. Got some
Popricans.
young ass kids.
I'm gonna go after the 10-year-old Poprican vote.
Not that. God damn it!
The parents of the 10.
How you doing? How you doing, kids?
I'm new around
You're
here.
making it weird, Martin. You're making
No,
it
but
weird.
like, yeah, there's Poprican parents out there, and if there are Poprican parents, they have seen Bluey. And
They have seen
They
Bluey, for
know.
sure.
They know of Bluey.
All right, Mr. Jackson, your last 2 drafts
Here we go.
ever.
Here we go. Ever.
Ever.
Wow.
Snack on it.
I got to take this shit home.
Yeah, take this shit home, man. Snack on it.
Okay, so we've. You know, a lot of these sitcoms, especially some of the stuff that was going on in the 90s, was all about, as Vin Diesel would say, family.
Family.
Yes. But this one, so I'm going to go with the antithesis of that, Married with Children.
Hey, now there's a father figure my dad got behind.
Dude, the Bundys, man, that was just next level shit.
I have kicked that down my list since my second pick.
Yes. This keeps getting kicked
Kicking it
down.
down the
Yeah.
That's, to me, that was one of the
No,
few
this can't
shows.
possibly be a good pick.
Yeah, that to me, that's one of the few shows that got better when they replaced the character. Like when Ted McGinley jumped in there.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. Steve can fuck right off. Ted
'Cause, like,
McGinley was the guy.
Season 3 and on, where it just got more and more cartoonish and shit. Like, oh my goodness.
All that man wants to do is just have a quiet moment to
Yes.
himself. There's a whole show about
Yes.
a man who just wants peace and quiet and can never get it.
Yes, it's just all hell breaking loose around him. Man, they've had so many iconic episodes. It's I think my favorite had to be they did a 2-parter where they their air conditioner went out in the house and they couldn't afford a new one, so they started living in the supermarket. And somehow that just all kinds of shit went down. They ended up in some kind of basically like a supermarket sweep contest in there. Like
That's it.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. I just saw somebody at Heroes, the Heroes Con, like dressed up as Al Bundy and Peggy.
And Peg?
Yeah.
Yeah, had the Poke High jersey on and all that shit.
Nice.
Like, yes.
Nice. At the big B-dude
Yeah.
Never
yeah.
forget that once he scored 4 touchdowns.
In a single game.
in a single
game.
game. God, man, that's a classic show right
My
there
favorite,
from the 90s.
one of my favorite episodes of that. Just a little joke. They come back from the store and they were like, "Oh, they had a real cool deal at the supermarket. You can get these chicken with like 4 legs." And they flip it over and he goes, "Where are these from? Chernobyl farms." And it was like, oh, that show also taught me what my young high school ass should be looking for in a woman with Christina Applegate in every episode. Like,
Yep.
Yes.
I really had this thing for.
For
I
blondes?
don't want to.
Dumbasses?
I don't want to use the word slutty dumbass, but like,
She was actually really smart in season 1.
right.
Yeah.
But like that look, like at the time when that show hit, all the girls in my high school were dressing like that, and it was like, I drool.
And look, we've dissed the studio audience laugh track a number of times, I think, on
Oh,
this episode.
man.
But
Those cat calls.
Married with Children
Those
is a
fucking
different
cat
beast.
calls.
Let's props
That's
to the
live
studio audience
audience.
because it's like, ow, they knew what was up. I love it.
See, you were all up on the Christina Applegate. The term hadn't been invented yet, but I was looking at Peg like, who's this MILF? Let me find out. Let me see what this Peg's
She
going
could get it.
Yeah.
You know, I like.
And
even
then Sons
back
of Anarchy
then,
happened.
I was gonna say, well, she could get it back then, but man, she was still good. And Gemma, I was
Gemma.
still, Gemma could
A
still
little
get
bit
it.
of danger in there. involved. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'd be like, call me sweetheart, bitch.
And she and bringing it back, she was Locke's girlfriend on Lost.
on Lost. Yeah, she was.
She was on Lost.
Yeah.
She's got a little arc on Lost.
I'd never seen one episode episode of
John
That's why
likes-
I go
likes
like
girlfriend.
this when people start talking about the end of it. I'm like, dodging, weaving.
What the fuck are you? It's been done since 2009.
I know, and I still don't know what happens at the end. I
My
managed to
daughter was born the year it ended, and she's going into high school. What are you waiting for?
Pete, you're
sir?
never getting there. Let's just face it.
Yeah.
All right, Jermon, what is your final draft
My
pick
final
ever?
pick. If this was just based on the theme song alone, this would be like
Jeffersons.
Oh yes.
no, Sanford and Son.
Boom, 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 boom.
That
And bringing
shit,
it back to
Quincy
round one.
fucking Jones, man. That shit slaps, man.
You remember there was that episode of 30 Rock where they went and watched it performed by a symphony orchestra?
I would pay to see that shit. But fucking Red Fox, man, that man was just on fire.
Funniest motherfuckers
Hell
alive.
yes.
Big dummy.
Like the fact that he was able to do that within the network television like scope, like he
pushing
had
the
to
boundaries
didn't hold
early.
him back. Like he
Man,
could like
yeah, the racial walls were just
oh my God.
just in flux constantly.
One of the
on
jokes,
that show.
is one of the jokes I heard. I can't even repeat that shit. It was just so fucked up. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was funny as hell.
I remember I'm the youngest of us here. I think Nick at Night might be running Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
They may have been running
Nick
that
and I
for
ran
more.
Sanford.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's where I caught episodes, and I'm like, as a young me, I was like, this shit is wild as hell.
Yeah, but not just
TBS was doing a lot of
yeah.
them.
yeah.
I used to catch it on local syndication.
Yeah.
Like we used to have, you had those cable channels that were like the three major networks, and then you had the UHF channels
Yeah.
that would show shows that weren't around anymore.
Right.
They gotten all these syndication deals. That's where I used to see that.
Yeah.
Right on.
I mean, even the supporting cast was solid, man. Aunt Esther, Rollo, Grady, like
Rollo,
all
my man right there.
Rollo won't shit.
All right. Jermon, your final list of sitcoms. Arrested Development, The Office, U.S., Rick and Morty, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Atlanta, Martin, The Boondocks, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Married with Children, and Sanford and Son. How are you feeling?
You know, every single time I have said that this shit looks strong as fuck, and the Poprikans was like, fuck you. So I'm not going to speak on it.
Not going to
I gotta be honest, that sounds like a Poprican list to me.
It sounds like a
I've seen in Poprika people talk about every single one of
Now,
those shows. Man.
the last time, like when I did that TV draft, and we said the same exact thing, and
They dissed you.
I'm still salty about that one. That should have been number 6.
Single issue voters. I'm
Pretty
telling
much.
you.
Pretty much.
That's all about, man.
It's
That's all
every
about.
time with these guys.
What did we miss? What did we miss, guys? There's got to be something out there. The lodestone
Well,
of
we're
Poprika.
not. Yeah, there's that magic combination of like, just like
All right. Speaking of which, Brian, your final pick.
All right, my final pick is WandaVision.
Oh, what now?
goddamn
No.
shit.
No. What's another pick?
I'm calling shenanigans.
I'm calling shenanigans.
All right.
I'll allow it.
Here's why I'm not. let me argue on this, because WandaVision is a testament to decades of sitcoms. And a vast majority of that show is spent in a sitcom world. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm going to
Think of
argue
it
for it.
as, then this is why I would agree. Think of it as a college thesis about a college thesis about the history of sitcoms that a 7-year-old came and put superheroes in.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's,
What
I mean,
are
it's
we
pretty
thinking?
good.
I'm thinking.
I say you let him roll the dice and see what happens,
if I
because
would-
I'd be
if I were to
behind
put
that.
it, if I were to put it in a genre, it felt more like a Twilight Zone type thing than an actual full-on sitcom.
True. I'm going to give you the X-nay on that one, sir.
Oh,
I'm going to give you the X-nay. Yeah.
oh, no, let him go. Let him go.
Paprika's, what do you think?
Let's
Call it the
decide.
clusterfuck hotline.
What was that? Crickets?
No.
That was it. That was it. That was the one. That was the one.
All right. If you
Oh,
feel like
man.
WandaVision is going to get you some votes, sir.
No, I don't think WandaVision is going to give me some vote.
All right, we're putting WandaVision
I
on
think
there.
it will
It's like
cause
the last
it will,
draft.
It's
and-
gonna be
and it's going to be
controversial, if
like
nothing
fucking
else.
weird as shit to have on a draft pick.
I
Like,
think people are you're gonna see the comments like, what the fuck, WandaVision?
That's not even a sitcom. Like,
I think it's true. I don't think I'll win with it. I definitely
Damon
don't think
Hurt's
I'll win
gonna
with
be
it.
cheeks.
I was just like, I do have a backup choice.
What's your backup choice?
Police Squad.
I mean, I feel like that's probably a better pick, but I think WandaVision's gonna cause more.
I think
kerfuffle.
WandaVision's the more interesting pick.
I would agree.
absolutely.
I would agree. I'm kind of yeah.
I'll let you choose. Police Squad or WandaVision?
The first episode of WandaVision is just a sitcom. That's
Yeah.
all it is a sitcom.
The last is not a sitcom.
It's not a sitcom at all. No,
Man, the
no.
last 3 aren't sitcoms.
No, well, this last 1.5.
I don't know. I
episodes.
think Agatha's whole episode is a dark comedy.
I think it is too. Like, look at that
Till
song.
she actually gets shitty in the basement, like all the stuff leading up to that.
Yeah, I
that's
think
all
the
funny.
final episode is the only one that's not a sitcom episode. But there have been a lot of not funny episodes.
What you thinking,
of
Jackson?
sitcoms.
Oh man, this is a tough.
It's a tough call,
Yeah.
man. All right, I'm going to give you WandaVision.
All right, let's do it and see
I
what
love it, you
happens.
fucking smart
Fellas,
ass.
our
I
odds
love
of
it.
winning have just increased.
I love it.
But to be fair, I don't think a lot of Poprikans have actually watched Police Squad.
Now,
True.
So,
I mean, there's a whole lot of episodes to watch. But
no, there's only
True.
6 episodes.
I'll
We're
say
talking about
this.
6 episodes per
mean-
season of Letterkenny, and it's like there's only 6 episodes in one season of Police
If you were
Squad.
gonna get people on your side for Police Squad, you should call it the Naked Gun Show.
Right, the one.
Yeah, from the files of Police Squad.
From
Police
Yeah.
Squad
Yeah.
is a fucking hilarious show.
It
like
is. It really
it's
is.
incredible.
Shoe Shine Dude is my dude.
now I would have given you a case for the other female-led MCU.
She-Hulk.
Oh,
series.
She-Hulk,
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
And I actually had WandaVision on my list before anybody mentioned She-Hulk here, but I think She-Hulk's a little bit divisive.
It is.
I don't think
It is.
I don't think there's a clear cut like people like it. I thought it was awesome, but
I thought it was awesome too.
Absolutely.
but I
awesome.
think that WandaVision is still singular in the sense that it encompasses so much, like all the stuff we're talking about, whether it's like the aughts with like the Modern Family style episode, and the 90s with the Roseanne style episode, and the 80s and the and Pete's era of the 1950s.
Man,
Nice.
It just captures so much aesthetically of like television history. It's like something that we're talking about the draft of the previous draft we did with the time capsule.
Pop culture draft.
This is a time capsule of sitcom history.
Yeah.
This is what WandaVision is. And yes, it's contextualized, and yes, it's given an in-universe reason for existing, but I don't think that the genesis of this show was necessarily like, I'm sure, yeah, it was sort of let's fuck Wanda up. That was definitely the genesis of the show.
Yes.
But how can we bridge the gap between movies and television with these MCU concepts we've been doing in a way that pays tribute to television's history and brings it in this new era that we're constructing here with the MCU? And I think WandaVision was like super effective at that. And I also think it was pretty funny, especially that the first couple of episodes with the Vision working in the office place. Like we're sitting there trying to figure out like the deeper mystery of it. But there's a lot of really funny sitcom adjacent stuff that happens in there. The magic
the
show.
Magic Show. That's what I was going to say.
In episode 2. So
there's just like that's like 60 slapstick. That's all.
yeah, it's just
the Vision looking at the camera and shaking his head later on in the series. I think it's the Modern Family.
the Modern Family
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then, Brian, very action-packed sitcom you have there. All right, your final list: 30 Rock, The Golden Girls, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Schitt's Creek, Futurama, Frasier, Scrubs, The Bernie Mac Show, Bluey, and WandaVision.
Let's see what those last 2 do for me, guys. I don't know.
Brian
We'll see.
Martin all
We'll see.
along.
That's
We'll
it.
see.
It was Brian Martin all along. All right, Pete, your final draft of Poprika.
All right, so this is split between 2 shows, and I should probably pander, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go with
damn
the.
it.
I'm going to go with the show I've actually watched.
Defiant to the end.
Define until the
I don't
very
give a
end.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. If this isn't on your list, it goddamn should be. It's got one of the greatest theme songs of all time. It has some of the greatest actors of all time. Before they were anyone, we're going with Taxi.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Taxi, yes.
I can respect that.
Fucking Taxi, dude. Danny DeVito, Christopher Lloyd, Tony Danza, Mary Lou Henner, fucking Andy Kaufman's in that show.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. What a stacked
yeah,
cast.
just the cast is mind blowing. When the one guy went on to be in the Warriors and shit, and then was in Grease and all that. With
Jeff Conway?
Jeff Conway.
Jeff
Thank
Conway.
you.
Good call.
Like
Nice work.
I was
Next
trying to
word
pull
from
that
the
out. I was trying to pull
initial
that out.
Test Your Mic trivia champ.
Yeah. I loved Taxi, man. Like even when Taxi was on, I was way too young to understand that. Like, and you know, my mom was all about that show, and I watched it with her when I was super little. I did not understand why I was drawn to it. I just was. Everybody on that show was funny. Fucking Christopher Lloyd's character, goddamn.
No one is better at sloppy looking than
I know.
Christopher Lloyd and Danny DeVito.
I know,
man.
and he was so like his humor was so pedestrian and absurd and ridiculous that a 6-year-old me ate that shit up. I didn't get anything else, but I loved him. And then whenever I would catch it in some sort of syndicated rerun or something, I put the remote down. I watched the whole fucking episode.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Taxi's so important. You know, there's so many things in our pop culture zeitgeist that you don't get if you don't have Taxi.
I remember when Taxi started, when it came to like Nick at Night, and that was the first Nick at Night show where my dad was like, "No, we're all sitting down and watching this."
And I'm sorry, man. I love her, but fuck that Queen Latifah shit. That movie's fucking stupid. And
Was
I'm
it
like,
was it supposed to be an adaptation of the movie?
I don't
of the
think
show?
it was.
It was back when they were around the same time that they were doing like 21 Jump Street.
And they did, like,
Chips
Dukes of
and
Hazzard
Dukes
and
of
stuff.
Hazzard.
Yeah.
They were adapting those properties. Someone had optioned Taxi, and they just put the name on it and then wrote a totally different movie.
Oh boy.
And it was
Really?
like, no, Queen
That's not what you
Latifah,
want.
you are the queen and I love you, but this movie's trash and fuck you.
Jimmy Fallon in that?
Yeah, a very short-lived movie career.
Oh yeah. God damn.
All right, Pete, your final list, sir. Community, Parks and Rec, Seinfeld, South Park, Cheers, Letterkenny, Fresh Prince, News Radio, Home Improvement, and Taxi. That reads very Pete-ish. Reads very Pete-ish.
Dude, I'm telling you, that shit's funny. That is funny shit right
That's a
there.
good list.
That's funny.
I
That's a
don't
good
think
list.
that Poprikans are going to vote for it, but I don't give a fuck. 'cause that
Poprikans
list
are
is
going to
solid.
Popri.
Poprikans going to Popri.
To the end.
That's right.
To the bitter.
To the bitter end.
Bitter end. All right, then. It is time for I guess it is symbolic that I make the final draft of this whole thing.
Oh man, this seemed like I don't
End of
know.
an era.
I think I got like there a little bit of tears coming up in the well there. Come on, man.
No, it's just sweat running down your brow, man.
Archer.
Wow,
take-
solid pick.
Yeah, I'm going to take Archer as the final. I mean, listen, it's how many? I think the next season is the last season, or by the time you hear this, we are in the last season of Archer. It's endured so much nonsense. We lost Jessica Walters. It's still a funny show from beginning. The thematic seasons, the Miami Vice season, the noir season, and all that kind of good shit. Yeah. I mean, it's Archer. It's. I mean, people were talking about phrasing was the catchphrase for the longest. You know, all the different funny characters and whatnot. I think it's a good proper way to go ahead and end this bad boy. Who the hell is texting me? No, shut up. Get
It's
out.
Jermon. He's right here.
And my final list: The Simpsons, Fleabag, BoJack Horseman, The Good Place, What We Do in the Shadows, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, New Girl, MASH, Family Matters, and Archer.
Sounds like a pander in his fuck list right there.
Yeah, listen, man, I haven't won one.
Pander
like
it up.
I haven't won a solo joint like the last 2 years, so I need to go ahead and see if I can grab this last one. That is,
I think that one came to win. I think you're good.
we will see, sir. We will see. I think this is really anybody's game. It's 4 solid lists, man. Thank you all for your drafts. Talk to you all in the pop culture draft. Pete, we met on a draft.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think the sci-fi draft is the
yes,
first
we
time we
did.
met. So
Yep.
thank
Wow.
you for all the
Yeah, man.
all the fun times, man. It's been 5 years, something like that we've been drafted
This
together.
has been an absolute
Yeah.
highlight for me. I love being on the Poprika draft. It's one
yeah.
of my favorite things. I lose fucking all the time. I don't give a shit.
These are always fun. I thought we were going to come in and it was just going to be like, oh, we've kind of done this one before, and like, no. It's like everything we're pulling out is like talking about it for the first time.
Yeah. I was kind of like, that's why I made 4 new drafts. I was like, let me just throw a little something in here just to spice things up. And I'm kind of glad we landed on one we hadn't already done. It makes for a good episode.
Yeah.
So thank you all for being a part of this. Thank you all out there for listening, man. By the time you hear this, the last draft champ we will ever have has been crowned. So good luck to you, gentlemen. And that's about it. As we wind this whole Poprika thing down, you all take it easy and have a good one.